Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Yeehaw Lads podcast, episode number 68. We've got an exciting episode for you this week, going into our weekend of Rallycross racing and other miscellaneous tomfoolery. Nick is out this week, so we got the crew of three today. This week we had myself, Andy, and my younger brother Michael all compete in the Milwaukee region SCCA Rallycross up in Byron, Illinois.
Which race number was this?
This is event number 5.
Gotcha. I thought it was either 5 or 6.
It's event number 5. Event number 2 got rained out, so it's
Yes.
the 4th race, 5th event for the season. They've all been held at Byron, which is awesome because it's super close for me. You know, a 1-hour drive instead of some people were doing like 5.5.
Although,
that.
I don't think Marcus knows yet.
He does not.
There is
He might.
Is it Lake Superior, the region? That
I
is,
believe it's the Lake Superior region.
yeah, it's held up in the UP of Michigan.
The OOP.
Oh.
It is hosted in an old gravel pit. And their first event, I believe, is in October.
It's also like
Yeah.
6+ hours.
Yeah, but get an Airbnb and bring the big gooseneck and fucking tear it up there. I think.
Yeah, I think we can fit all 3 cars on.
Oh, we absolutely
easy,
could, yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could find any information on that, but it would be pretty cool.
Damn.
I thought that is Adam's car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I just like
They might just use
yeah.
any of the pictures, but
yeah.
yeah.
But I was just searching the thing. I'm like, wait a minute, I know that car.
Right,
That's Adam
yeah.
Deshane's car. Wow.
Of DRT Racing.
Yes. Deshane
But yeah,
Rally
so
Team.
other than
Other
our
than our
local
there is-
local district, I would like to try that at some point, whether it be maybe squeeze it in this year or next.
yeah, depending
Well,
on how everything goes.
I know I won't make a rally event until November.
Okay.
November. Okay.
Well, you're out of the points.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't.
He wasn't ever in
Yeah.
the points,
Yeah.
but still. So yeah, this weekend was that. They had a practice on Saturday. We didn't make it. We had some stuff going on.
Yeah.
I was still
But
working on.
came up Saturday night and camped out the night before, which
Yeah.
a couple days beforehand, I finished insulating and paneling the roof of the ambulance camper.
Which you would have heard about last week.
Yeah.
We got up there right about 5 o'clock, right in the golden hour. Everything's
Yeah.
looking all shiny and cool.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I was like 10 minutes behind you, I think.
I had basically pulled in, unloaded all my stuff at the camper, drove up, unloaded the car, and as I was doing that, you pulled in with your stuff.
Yeah, so it worked out good.
Because you took an actual RV spot instead of
Yes.
just tent camp or like
Yeah, or free parking that you did,
Yeah. yeah.
Yep, but yeah, I parked next to Brian's parents, and we camped out and ate some good food, and
Yeah, it was
yeah,
pretty
got to test out the camper in 42-degree weather. Is how cold it got.
Toasty warm weather.
It was getting
It
cold.
was
Like we were
fucking
sitting at the
cold.
fire the night before, and it was
It's like
Getting
8:30 and we're
cold.
just sitting there like getting colder.
I think we called it at what 10.
I don't know if it was even 10. It might have been like
Yeah,
9:30.
like
It
9:30 something like that, and we're like, all right, well. And luckily, Chloe downloaded a movie on her iPad, and I was like, well, we can watch that, I guess.
at least
We're too tired.
At least, do you have a heater in there?
Yes, I had a space heater in there, and
Okay.
it, like, I messed with it a little bit to see like what the sweet spot was, and setting it at like 72, 73 was almost perfect.
Sure.
Because by the time it like actually like the heat seeped out
Warmed.
and then came back, it turned on again.
They keep a smooth cycle going.
It was really loud though, the fan on it, like so it heats up, but then there's a like a decel cycle, so like the heater's
It
off and it
heats
just
and
run the
cools.
fan.
Yeah.
Well, then like when the heater's off, it just vibrates like a motherfucker. So it woke me up like 4 times. I'm like, this is dumb. So I grabbed the stack of pots and pans and put it on top
To
of it, so it
damper
didn't
the
make any
vibration.
noise. And then I put a towel underneath all the wheels so it wouldn't like.
That
vibrate
probably wasn't the best idea, but
Well, it was far enough under the
Did the
heat
job.
source. It didn't matter, but yeah.
that's fair.
But yeah, so yeah,
So other than it being a little bit chilly,
a little bit chilly, but yeah, good time
It
camping.
was
and-
cold last weekend. Like
It
in
was-
the morning.
yeah,
it was awesome,
yeah, it was
I
chilly.
hated it.
which we'll talk about Saturday morning later because we're going to go into rally first. I have updates
Okay.
on Saturday, but that's
Oh.
Okay.
not as important. So
Okay.
Rallycross, we woke
Yeah.
up about 8-ish.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
had breakfast cooking up in the camper.
Yep.
Had some fucking-
Nick and Caitlin came up, and
they came up, about 9:30-ish, more or less.
This
somewhere
is
about
Sunday
there.
morning.
This is
Yeah,
Sunday
Sunday morning
Rallycross
race day,
event
yep.
day. They came up about 9:30, somewhere up in there. They brought apple cider donuts.
didn't even have one.
I never got one either.
Okay, fair.
Because they're like, Nick's like, do you want us to bring donuts? I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
sure
they,
I guess.
they were stopping at
the Spring Valley Bakery, I thought.
Oh, I thought they were stopping at Scooters in Mendota.
Nope,
they
Spring
said.
Valley
Oh,
Bakery.
okay.
You just making things up.
Well, because Chloe and them talked about it because they're like, oh, Scooters is so much better than Starbucks and blah blah blah. But I thought that's where they were
everything's better than
stopping
Starbucks.
at. But anyway,
Okay.
gotcha. So yeah, they came up and
Yeah, they brought some donuts that none of us. Because by the time they get there, like we're teching cars and
oh
drivers
yeah,
meetings
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah,
it's
we
like-
almost even missed Tech 2. Like
Yeah.
but
So
yeah.
we had a pretty stacked class lineup.
37 drivers.
I think I want to say
Damn,
30,
that's
37.
pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Every class had quite a few people.
It definitely did.
Even stock all-wheel drive.
Even stock all-wheel drive. I should have had this pulled up, but I didn't because I wasn't thinking.
Ooh.
And I
Would have been
was-
ones you opened, right?
It'd be like right here. It's like the next one behind it. It's gone. Fuck.
Okay.
Either way, had a big lineup of cars for the event. If you want to just gamble for a second, I think I can get.
Yeah, I'll
pop
say
up.
so. There was looking it up beforehand. I don't know if we talked about it last week or not.
I don't think we did. I think we just talked about the wedding stuff and then.
Yeah,
moved
but
on.
yeah, we were looking at
need a
at least stock all-wheel drive. It was me, Michael,
There it is.
and then
I got it.
I know the guy's name. It's
Michael
Herrera with a WRX.
So let me go stock all-wheel drive
And me and Michael were both very worried.
because this is the car that Marcus competed with his first
Yes.
time. It's a silver Subaru.
Yeah, so this is the guy who got first place
Impreza.
when you raced Marcus.
Yeah. So we already know, like, okay, he's a good enough driver to at least beat Marcus.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so he's probably pretty quick, and it's a well-built car, so it's got like enough power to do something, and these cars don't.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
the rental Outback by another Deshane.
Another by Lucas Deshane, and then a Toyota Matrix,
Yeah.
which signed up last minute.
Which Marcus, that's a Pontiac or a
do you know what a Toyota Matrix looks
I
like?
think.
Imagine a
Yeah.
Pontiac vibe, but
Yeah.
All-wheel
Toyota.
drive.
But taller.
no all-wheel,
Barely.
just all-wheel
It's-
drive. It looked identical.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's this thing.
They're
yeah.
identical to a vibe. I swear
Like,
to God.
Fuck.
that's a Toyota Matrix. The
Yeah.
Pontiac
Ugly.
vibe is in the recommended.
there you go.
Here we go.
Gross.
Yeah,
It's-
they're not good.
They're
It's
fucking ugly.
That's very close.
yeah, it's almost the same thing.
They might be the same thing.
Yeah, I figured.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a slash. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if the vibe ever came all-wheel drive.
Maybe
I
maybe
don't
not.
think
Either
so.
way.
I know very little about.
I was
these.
shocked that it was all-wheel drive. I'm like, all right, let's see what it does. I guess.
Yeah, I just saw
Matter.
something that signed up. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe it's fast. I'm like, well, it's another hatchback.
Oh, he's from Iowa too. I didn't even know. Iowa City. That's out there.
It's a solid drive.
Fuck yeah, it's 3
Well, I think-
hours ish. Probably.
I think Michael Herrera was 5.5 hours.
Yeah, he said it was 5.5. Yeah.
because spoiler alert, at the end of the day, he was getting ready to leave and was airing up his tire.
Well, it was his buddy's truck too. Is what he
Ooh,
said. Yeah, he's like, I'm
okay.
so sick of borrowing trucks, and he rented a U-Haul. He's like, this was way more expensive than I thought it was gonna be. But yeah.
Yeah, he was airing up his tire, so we're like, does he need like a real air compressor? Because we have like a Andy's
Yeah.
good size
Yeah,
one.
my little 5-gallon or whatever.
So
it was.
Andy and Michael run over there and like talk to him, and it's like he had a nail in his tire.
Ooh, fuck.
And he has 5.5 hours of drive. He's like, it's a slow leak, but it'll probably be fine.
I was like, I might have plugs, and I got my compressor here. He's like, thank God, because he had like a portable
Yeah,
Royal
like a
one. He's like,
handheld.
I burned up both batteries already. I was just gonna kind of wing it. I'm like, fair enough, I would have too, but yeah, we got filled up my tank and got him up to like 45 or so before he
Nice.
left and shoved
Put
a
a
plug in it.
Put a
Nice.
plug in there.
That was Sunday night.
Oh, I hope he
so-
made it home alright.
So I didn't get cursed out on the internet, so I'm assuming he made it.
yeah.
So
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know.
but then stock front wheel drive was a busy class.
Holy
We
shit.
had 10 entrants. So Mike Davis and David Davis in the Sentra Spec V, that blue, real pretty car. Evan I should have looked at that first. I'm so bad.
Evan M.
Marquezak? I don't know.
I don't know. Evan in the blue
yeah.
Fiesta.
The fast Fiesta.
The one that absolutely whooped my ass the first time out by like 10 seconds a run. So
Yeah.
that's, a fun goal to look
Love
at.
seeing that in the lineup.
Yeah. A Ford Fusion with 1, 2, 3 drivers in it.
Holy
I think there was
shit.
actually 4.
It was like a 06. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was the pre
08 Ford Fusion.
pre facelift Ford Fusion. So it was a 2.5 V6 front wheel
I
drive.
think so, yeah. Then the Camry, the super clean, nice, clean Camry. And
I
then...
love how it's on the fucking dolly. And
That's the day he bought it. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
But look, it's so nice in the
It
picture.
is
It's so...
still so nice.
I don't know how it's so
he
nice
is one
rallying
of the
it.
most comfortable guys on the track.
Yeah.
at all times.
A 2015 Mazda 3, which
Yeah.
could be fast, could be slow. You never know.
was a little more rough around the edges than I thought it. Like either that
It'd
or he
been-
had a bunch of like preventative tape
I
on the
think he
bumpers.
had like PPF style.
Okay,
tape
I
on
didn't
it.
know what it looked like. It was either really bad already or like he was trying to kind of keep it nice.
I think it's
but-
that. Then,
yeah.
of course, Ben Deshane in the Mini Cooper. The guy
Yep.
chasing me down for first and second place all the time.
Yeah.
Supercharged Mini Cooper. I think it's fucking fast. And then me and my goofy little Honda.
Yeah.
And that was our classes. There was a lot of other drivers. There was 5 in stock rear. I think Josh didn't end up racing the Porsche because I never saw it.
Yeah, no, never saw.
I never saw it go.
It's the gray Porsche, yeah.
Yeah,
The Boxster.
yep. He was registered to race. I don't think he actually raced.
Yeah,
I don't know if something went wrong with it or if something else popped up. But either way, he was.
Oh,
there.
but yeah, the actual competitors of stock rear were just. It was the family.
Yeah.
And they just kept switching cars.
Yeah.
So like the podium was just 3 of them.
It was all
It
3
was
in the
funny.
same family. It was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
That was pretty
Prepared all
funny.
had 2 in it. Prepared front had 1 in it. Modified all had 6 in it.
Lord.
Modified front only had 1. Greg again.
Craig, way to go,
Who
bud.
rolled his red Celica last time and showed up this time in a white Celica.
Hell yeah.
And then modified rear had 3 in it. The Lotus, which has never failed to fail so far. Eric Anderson in the rowdiest fucking rear-wheel drive
Yeah,
car
I have
there.
a new appreciation for MR2s, especially in dirt. I didn't even know.
I'm going to pull up some pictures of that when we get into it because it
Yeah.
is ignorant. And then in the constructor's 2-wheel drive, a Volkswagen High Jumper, which is basically a sandrail made for like short course racing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I know what that is. I'm like, I can like look at parts and feel smart. I look at it, I'm like, oh, okay, it's interesting. Like my rail would have ran laps around it, but mine sounded nastier. But I
Oh,
don't-
absolutely.
That thing
Yours
had-
would have deafened everybody on the course. This
oh
one
god,
didn't, luckily.
it was relatively quiet, thank God, because they're
Yeah.
loud. And then the 2 guys in the Polaris UTV were back.
Yeah.
So
Pretty
Going-
full lineup.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was a
there's-
solid lineup.
Yeah.
It was nice because, well, they split the courses or the groups up differently than normal.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, it's like stock front and then all the modified guys.
Yep.
This time it was all the stock classes and then everybody else.
Oh, okay.
So all of our times, normally it's like we can't really compare them because
Yeah.
the course changes.
Mhm.
All of our times are essentially comparable.
Yeah,
this
it
time.
changed. Oh, like the course changed I think once throughout the day.
Yeah.
They tightened up a couple curves, and that
Do
was
you have a
about
course
it.
map?
I do.
I put the GPS on. I don't know if
Well,
it actually worked.
It worked perfectly. We're going to talk about the
Okay,
course
perfect.
map right now
Okay,
because I did a thing. And
A new
by that I
thing?
mean I did a bunch of research and made things work.
Cool.
So, normally I have a picture of the course map, and that's kind of neat. Instead, this time I have the course map overlaid on the GoPro with speed.
And G-forces?
I have the pinout for it, but I didn't pull it up because it's not
Okay.
very accurate.
Eh.
But
Fair, yeah.
Okay.
so we're gonna watch some videos of our laps today with some actual cool overlays. So if you're an audio listener,
I'll say anything
That
else
sucks.
happened in the morning? I don't really think.
we almost missed car tech in.
Yeah, that was
Because we got our cars ready, put our helmets in it, had it ready to go, and then kind of
they
forgot.
called drivers meeting and
they called
we're
novice
like,
walk
oh,
and then
okay.
drivers meeting. and
yeah,
it's like-
we went from straight from novice walk to drivers meeting that we just stayed over at the tent for.
yeah. So then all
And
of
they're
a
like, all right, go out, and we're like, huh? There's at least
Shit.
3 cars that need tech, and then also the high jumper guy came in late, so he had to get his done.
I think
and
the
then,
Matrix guy was towards the end too. Yeah.
Yep. So there was a handful of guys who were rushing to get it done.
So
Sorry
even though
about
we've
that.
done this enough times, we still have to scramble around. But that's why you show up early and get ready. You know.
Yeah. But anyway,
So we're just gonna go right into the early laps because I don't think we course worked the first session and
Yep.
raced the second.
yeah.
I'm trying to think if
pretty
there's
much.
anything of note. To
No,
go into.
I'll say it was similar to one of the first.
It was very
layouts.
similar to the first layout that we did.
Yeah.
So at event 1, it was almost not identical, but it had a very similar flow, which there's only so many different ways the course can go.
Yeah.
But
Way different from the one I went to.
oh yeah,
So
entirely. Your
yeah.
guys was like 45-second laps. This was
Yeah,
like
just about. Mm-hmm.
55 to 60-second laps pretty consistently. So yeah, we'll watch some of these videos and get a feel for the course. We'll start off with your lap 1.
sick.
It's like watching these and editing them. I'm like, it feels so different watching your car race than watching my car race.
Oh yeah.
Now the speedometer is GPS based, so it's not like accurate.
Yeah,
accurate.
it's not perfect.
You can see like
I was
on
like,
the
top
map.
of second,
There's just
I
like
don't even
this-
remember what it
There's a
was.
cluster of like
Yeah.
GPS mismatch here where it's
Yeah.
waiting in line, but so this will be a more or less approximate speed, but you can hear it.
That track layout is pretty decent.
It is accurate
Yeah.
because except for like on one of your runs, it was just a bunch of squiggles. It just
Yeah.
like the GPS.
It couldn't figure it
just
out.
pinged.
It completely gave up, but
Yeah.
so I just used a different overlay to make it fit. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll watch your lap 1. Should take a second.
Is the race by HC? That's the layout, or
Race Render is the program that does this.
okay.
Come around a big S bend into the start, and then into this right here. I'm
It
gonna pause
tightens
it.
up. Yeah.
See how tight this is. The camera doesn't do great justice. But
I think I hit one cone all day. Spoiler.
I think so.
I for sure hit one. I might have hit two, but
I think
like,
you're
no,
running-
I think it was just the one. And it was like towards the end of the day
I think it
where
was like
time
run-
really mattered.
Run 6 or 7, you hit it. Like the least
I could have
opportune.
swore I hit 4 cones. Like I had to have been hugging them as absolutely tight as possible.
Like every run, I'm like, I definitely hit a cone. Like I'm so close.
Oh,
to them.
yeah.
Because
Oh,
this
yeah.
is so normally it's kind of wide with flowy turns. This is a very tight like corridor.
yeah, they wanted to slow us down because of the 2 rollovers from last event.
to kind of
So-
safeten it up a little bit.
Yeah,
which
so they
is
tightened up a
enough,
lot
fair
of things, keep the speed down a little bit, make it more, driver
technical.
Yeah, technical, and make the driver work harder, but
Yep.
also, try to have fun. There was still plenty of speed,
Oh,
honestly.
it was still super fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this little section here, I want you to pay attention to how tight it really is. There's outer cones and inner cones
Oh,
the whole
Jesus.
way.
Yeah, wide angle does not do that well.
And then cut right through it, down the straight, down to the horseshoe.
That's my rev limiter because I couldn't. I was like, maybe I can stretch first because I want to be in power around this turn. And I
Also,
wasn't able to.
nobody mind the drawing of a penis on your dad?
Yeah,
you,
pretty
Chloe.
much. Back to this back corner, which
long
is
straight.
a little slippery, but a good corner.
Yeah, that's always a good corner. Took
Really?
that first
Yeah,
one a little wide.
I gathered it wide. Yeah, I was slipping through kind of the dust because this is the second run of the morning already.
Yeah.
So there's already like a lot of fines out on the edge.
It hasn't been thrown yet.
Well, that and I took it a little bit wide to start, but I just slid through it. I'm like, oh, let's gather it up before I hit this cone.
And also, huge shout out to Chris Endres, I think is how you pronounce his name. He spent 4 hours with a box scraper cleaning up
Oh, yeah.
all
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
old tracks to like smooth
Wow.
everything out. He was up there from like 4 o'clock till 8 o'clock or something.
Yeah, till it was like
Damn.
dark out, which was 8:30
Wow.
So
probably.
yeah, huge shout out to him. That was awesome.
for
It helped.
that guy.
It fixed a lot of the spots that when you're crossing over an old track
get
and you're
yumps.
jumping everywhere.
Yeah.
There's still plenty of that, but I mean,
but it's smooth. It helps.
it was so much nicer just to be around it.
Yeah, this is the tighter section. Now you're getting into a back to back to back, almost hairpins.
Yeah.
This one I drifted almost all day.
This back one here or the middle?
That middle one I just
Yeah.
finished. Yeah, this long sweeper got interesting because it kind of
It
towards the end of the
softened
day
up.
it got really roughed, and then you're going through a serpentine till finish. So
through the end. That's a 55-2 off your
yep.
first run. So that's
so I knew I had to make up time in the morning because I'm like, I don't know how fast Michael's going to be, and I want to make sure I stay ahead of him as well as I didn't know how fast Michael Herrera would be. So I'm like, I am going to go as absolutely fast all day as possible.
So you're just balls to the wall, first one.
yeah.
That's why I almost overshot that corner. I'm like, oh, fuck. Like,
Plus, you're
Yeah.
afraid of your
screwed up.
car starting to get hot and then two-cylindering.
Yes, yeah, because that's what I figured too. I'm like, if I do end up losing cylinders in the afternoon or something, then I really need to make
Yeah.
sure my time in the morning is good, as well as if it does happen, which it did happen this week during work.
Ooh.
So
it is still
it
doing
is still there. I think I'm gonna swap out coils and try
some stuff.
I don't know what else to really do. It's not a very obvious problem, but
Although we did have a genius idea, and by we I mean me. We unplugged your AC clutch.
yeah, turns out it doesn't work all the time. It's not always on.
No?
I thought
Okay.
it was, but I think it's only when it gets to a certain temp, one fan will run. The
Okay.
the second fan will always run when it gets like
Sure.
say it's 165, 185.
Yeah.
are the 2 stages of each fan.
Okay.
I think it was just
'Cause-
always above that, but like
Normally, when you turn your air conditioning
Yeah.
on, it forces one of your fans on to keep that
Yeah.
air flowing.
Yeah.
So we thought, okay, we'll unplug the AC clutch. That way, it's not cycling on.
yeah, it's not drawing the power, but it's still
it's
running the
still-
fan. To keep
yeah,
it cool.
running
It's
the
turning on the
fan.
fan segment of
Yeah.
it. So,
Well, then turns out later in the day, I went and grabbed the that second fan has never turned on. Don't get me wrong, it never got hot. It never jumped temp at all.
Like mine.
yeah, like yours.
So I'm like, okay, like no need for it to, but I'm like, let's just wiggle the connector just in case. Wiggled it, turned on immediately, smacked the fuck out of my fingers, but I'm like, okay, well,
like, oh.
it works now. Like apparently it needs a little bit of dielectric grease in there or something.
Turns
but
out
whatever.
it does work.
Yeah. So
Wow.
So now we'll compare Andy's first lap to my first lap because I had the same issue of I know there's a guy in my class who's way faster than me.
yeah.
So I have to set the fucking tone as hard as I can.
Yeah.
Normally it's like a sight lap, going quick. But
yeah, trying to just map out the course.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
mine, I
You
was
get
like just
one
go.
warm up map.
yeah. This was, I'm like, I have no room for error in a warm up lap, so I
Yep.
have to send the piss out
Yeah.
of this.
And then also magically just be faster than him.
Yeah, I
which
just have
is
to
very hard.
make up 200 horsepower overnight.
Yeah.
So here's my little start. Nothing like a $5,000 clutch dump to warm up, and then just limiter.
Goddamn limiter.
Good lord.
But there's no point in shifting.
no,
Oh, yeah.
not through here.
Yeah,
This tight little
the tight
section.
little corners. This turned out to be very rutted, and then
And
this
you're keeping the RPM up too. So,
Well,
like, did you shift through the back?
I shifted into that dip.
Oh, okay.
So the car does turn around the corners well, but I'm low in the RPMs here. But
That corner
you're
was
just
pick your
gonna gain
poison.
it.
You're
Yep.
either going to be revved out in first, or you're going to be low in second. Yeah.
I think low in
A
second
little
was
wide,
kind
but
of
not bad.
better than me.
Recoverable.
But to get a better
less to
line
gather up,
into the
yeah.
middle,
Yeah.
this corner right here,
It was a motherfucker.
miserable.
Oh yeah, you
It
can
was-
see where it's all dust still.
it's so soft and loose, so I would always overdrive that corner.
And this
There-
one is way less. It was definitely like over 90 degreed because you had to kind of like really swing wide for the final big sweeper. I
That's
guess.
how bad my car's jumping sideways here. I'm like that. I'm
Ooh,
like
that was close
close.
to a cone.
that's a 55.9.
Yep.
and what
so
was Andy's first?
55.2.
Yeah.
So I will give the advantage to all-wheel drive because it was there was some fucking whack spots out there. So I run my 55.
I actually
whatever.
didn't compare my times to yours at all. I was too busy staring at Michael's because
You guys did beat me pretty much the whole day.
okay,
Just
yeah.
because I think a lot of those corners, it's
Oh.
just not enough grip for me.
Yeah. Well, then also Michael, he told me yesterday when we were doing stuff to the Fiesta.
Yeah.
He told me, he's like, yeah, my car measures 6 inches wider than yours.
Yeah. The
So I
Outback
was able to
versus
stay
Legacy,
in the ruts. He was always on the outside of
Yep.
it.
He would like
but-
pick a rut and like drag the other tire around.
Yeah.
Because he was in the like the first two runs, you guys were almost like tied time for time.
I
It
was
was
up,
very close.
The most I think I was ever ahead of him was 3.6 seconds throughout the whole day.
I think that was at the end of it. That was
No,
the end
that
of
was
it.
like, yeah, I think that was
You're fine.
in between morning and afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a like Andy had run like a 55 and then a 55 again, and Michael run like a 56 and a 54. Like
Yeah.
they kept fucking hopping back and forth the whole time.
Jesus.
It was super tight.
Yeah. Good for him for not hitting a cone. I just now realized because I hit one and I lost 2 seconds.
Yeah, the
and
fact
it
that
just
the fact that his
Yeah.
car is wider than yours and somehow he wasn't hitting cones is
Yeah.
shocking.
yep.
'Cause I think he went the whole day without a cone, which is
Yeah, I'm almost
impressive
positive he did.
in a car that wide.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking for something real quick. There's a little post I want to click on. And
I'm not sure what
it's-
you're looking
Oh,
for.
there's a results.
Oh, okay,
thing.
yeah.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
get that to load up,
Dropbox thing.
load up in the background while we're
Gotcha.
yipping and yapping about it. But so the early run, I started off hot, trying to like get ahead of it. Yeah, it didn't work. The Fiesta ran 3 seconds faster than me. So I'm like,
So yeah, that was Brian coming out of the gate hot, and he's like, "Well, he's still 3 seconds, so that means he's gonna be like 5 when he actually gets on pace."
yeah, the Fiesta SE runs a 50 or 53.6, and I ran a 55. So he already put 2 seconds on me off the first lap.
Jesus.
So I'm just like, oh fuck. I'm like, this is gonna be rough. I'm like, all right, I'm aiming for second. Like after lap 1, I'm like, something could go wrong there, but I gotta just be consistent.
He could DB'd.
Anything's possible.
Yep.
It's just unlikely because that thing's fast as shit.
I don't know. Scrape and fuck up an intercooler.
Anything. So we're gonna run through a couple more clips just because they're cool. And poor
Oh,
Blue, she's
Blue.
over there whining. We'll just run through like every other lap or something, just to see kind of some progression. We'll go to Andy lap 3.
Yeah, I think
Ooh,
my third one was better.
I think this is the one I wanted to mention. Let me just listen real quick to the start of it. Yeah.
Gotcha, thanks.
Oh yeah,
So up on the starting line,
Tony
like,
Gearhart.
Tony Gearhart, who's also fast as
Yeah.
shit.
So I saw the person ahead of me kind of cockeye his car to aim like directly at the first cone because usually you don't have to swing too wide the very first cone
Because
you're
you're going
hit.
pretty slow anyway.
Because you're going slow. So I'm like, I'll do the same. Well, I got out of the ruts and he's like, hey, you really want to stick in the groove? I'm like, that makes sense. I was just trying to copy the guy before me because it looked like he was kind of aiming, trying to tell that to a guy who knows way more about rally. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
trying my best,
But
buddy.
that's the thing is like everybody here's here to have fun and go
Oh, yeah,
fast.
yeah.
So he's like, hey, you should do this. And you're like, that makes a lot of sense. Like it's
Yeah.
everybody's so nice. It's awesome.
Yeah, I do. It is a pretty cool community. I wish there was more time to bullshit and fuck around.
That's the
'Cause, like,
thing,
yeah.
I feel like there are a lot of really cool dudes out there who I want to bullshit with, but like,
It's just there's
They should
it's
have,
ran so well.
Yeah.
It's-
time is used very
Yeah.
efficiently.
And there should be like a Christmas party or something.
I was
like
about
y'all
to
do.
say,
yeah.
they should, like,
end of the year.
I believe it's a year-end banquet.
Oh,
where
okay.
everyone goes
That
like,
would be nice.
I think
Yeah.
everybody goes to like K1 and stuff. Like,
Ooh, there you go. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing. So
I don't know. It'd be also like really cool to like, I don't know, in November have like a bonfire.
there's events that are big. But
Oh, the
yeah.
next one is a trunk or treat too.
Yes,
for-
the next one is their
won't be
Halloween one, but
that.
you're gonna be busy anyway.
Yeah, but
Damn.
Going camping.
Yeah,
Oh,
fancy.
wow.
But yeah, the next one's their Halloween ones. They're raising funds for a thing. I don't know exactly. I didn't.
It's
write.
probably a very good cause.
It seems.
Yes.
From what I looked at, it seemed to be a very good cause. So their next event is their October trunk or treat Halloween party thing. So
yeah. So
if you have little ones who would like to attend, it's a good event for them to come to. Anyway,
Absolutely.
back to racing.
Yeah.
So this is your third lap, I believe. So you should
Was
be
that just what you wanted to mention, or
I wanted to mention that
Yeah, okay.
specifically.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like, it's just the guy at the starting line is just like, hey, I see what you're doing here. Stop it. Like you
Yeah.
could
Don't
do
do that.
better.
Do better.
But yeah,
Oof.
it's happy.
Michael had mentioned the clutch smell when I leave. I'm like, nah, it's not. a big
Yeah,
deal.
you could by the end of the day you could notice it.
A little wide there.
Somehow didn't hit that cone.
Yep.
Like,
apparently,
it's crazy how little room there is when you
that's
look
starting to get rutted up there.
at big yump.
I'm now shifting into second. Sometimes, I think the fourth lap I started to downshift into this corner and be back into first, shift into second here,
Yep.
and then basically back into first immediately after the straight.
Like as soon as it gets loose, you could dive back into first.
Ooh, that was
Yep.
a lot cleaner.
Yeah, because you hear yourself kind of bogging and cursing.
Shit.
Yep, maybe. That's the thing too. Oh, I
Ooh,
started
nice and clean through there too. Staying out of the
After,
rut there.
Yeah,
That's
after
a
one
good
of these
line.
runs, I think it was like the 7th run maybe, after I hit the cone,
Yeah.
I'm like
I've
just
got-
cursing and cursing and cursing. I'm like,
Andy's a little bit
"No."
more animated on camera than I am.
Yeah.
Like he's talking to himself in here, fucking giggling and shit. Another 55.
That was very clean.
Hell yeah.
Like going back and forth because editing all these and stuff. It's like your laps look so much more chaotic than mine.
Yeah,
Mine are,
probably.
like, Andy, you're like sliding and jumping this that. And I'm just like brrr, just
Yeah.
cruising around.
Just meticulously trying to be on the fast line because your car
Doesn't make
with
enough
front wheel
pop.
drive. You need to be.
I have to
with
be-
mine. I'm like, maybe I fucking whip it in a little harder and see
Oh,
if it
no.
holds. And oh, it didn't.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Shit,
Ah.
shit.
Yeah.
Just limiter bash off the launch. Which apparently looked pretty cool because Andy was behind me for most of the day or the morning.
Yeah. The morning session I was.
Fine,
Yeah.
wait.
All the limiter.
I'm shocked they didn't actually say something about how rutted out that turn got by the end of the day.
Yeah, it looked.
There was
Oh,
a-
this is still early. In
Yeah.
the
Oh,
day.
yeah. The afternoon, it's literally like a 6-inch indent.
Just on second gear, just idling around. Just keeping smooth, wide turns.
You can see the asphalt or the dirt turning to black, like almost asphalt looking because
Yeah.
of how
Leaving-
hard everybody are on the brakes and everything.
Leaving literal rubber on this corner
Yeah.
just never worked for me. Even
That-
if it was
that
good.
one
It
a
was
little
never
bit clean.
great.
Yeah.
That was the corner I was specifically flagging in, and all day long it had that darker texture. Like it was definitely,
It was loose all
yeah,
day.
it was, yeah. A little left, a little wide on that. It looked like.
Yeah. But just like
Clean.
mine are just like I'm cruising around, just wide open in second. But yours are
Oh,
like
yeah.
jumping and sliding. I'm like, oh god.
Lordy gee.
So
Oh, yeah.
coming into lunchtime, you and Michael were, I think, like a second and a half or 2
Yeah,
seconds.
we
maybe.
were with it like for sure less than 3.
Yeah, it
yeah.
was-
Like I said, I think it was like 3.6 was the most we were apart all day.
Yeah.
and I got close to that again in the afternoon, and then
The
I hit the
afternoon
cone and fucked
went.
it all up, and it was just chaos.
Yeah, you had a super fast.
It was
run.
literally run by run. Anything could happen. Anything could change.
It was
So,
wild.
yeah.
Me coming into lunch, I'm down by 11 seconds.
Holy
The
shit.
Fiesta was averaging like 2.5 seconds on me all.
and then
4
you were
laps.
3 above.
It was me, or Fiesta, me, and I think the Camry and Mini Cooper were almost neck to
yes,
neck.
they were like
The-
within half a second all day long.
the
It seemed like
Camry, the Camry, Mini Cooper, and the Sentra.
Yes.
Were at one point, I think it was lunchtime.
Three.
It was
all 3/10.
0.3 seconds to each car. So,
Damn.
all of them were inside of 135 seconds, like inside that one number.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
So I'm like, oh shit, it's really competitive. If I fuck up at all, I'm in this mix. I want to stay ahead of it, which I think I got ahead of it by that super
a
hard
decent
first,
margin.
that super hard first run. I was like 3 seconds ahead of them, and I'm like,
That's
Cones-
still not a lot.
the,
Like-
the cones are all so tight on this
Oh,
little
yeah.
technical section that it's like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I have to be almost hitting all of them, so I can't like get aggressive and cut. But
Yeah.
I'm down by so much
yeah,
time.
this like I said, this track it really put emphasis on the driver.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
So speaking of drive, we're going to Andy lap 6.
Yeah.
This is your favorite lap right here.
Why is that?
Oh, you'll figure it
Okay.
out. Clutch is getting hot.
Yeah, you can tell from that takeoff. Good lord.
A lot of speed. It's getting grippy. At
I'm
this
really
point.
like Michael. We are probably within 2 seconds right now, so like I have to push hard.
Giving it literally everything.
My tires.
Second gear, back down to first. Oh, maybe. Nope.
Oh, I think right
Next next lap, I think.
Oh, there it is. No.
I start to clutch out of the corner. I'm like, I need to do something to get more momentum.
I was starting to wonder because I can hear your car kind of surging.
Nice, clean through there.
Yep, downshift right there.
And throw it into the soft dirt. Smooth.
Nice and smooth. Hug the cones. Stay to the right.
Like, generally a very good looking run.
Nice,
and then
clean.
thump.
Oh, you just barely fucking clipped that too.
Almost hit that one. Almost hit that one. Yeah, I was like, I threw it all away.
Hold on.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. I think I fucking hit cone. Yeah. Shit. I think that was the fastest lap. I think it was a 54.
It was a 54, like 7 or something.
Yeah, I was like, that's the fastest lap I put down all day, but I swear to God, I hit 3 cones. Turns out I only hit 1. I'm like,
you have to be
shocked I only hit 1, dude.
There was a shockingly low amount of cones hit.
Or I hit the flat part of the cone and it didn't come up and it never counted. Like, I don't know, but I swear to God I was close.
Yeah, because the one I heard it fucking thump. I'm like,
yes.
oh, he definitely
the one
hit
I
that.
definitely, before the last sweeper, I definitely hit that one. But after that, I was all discombobulated because I just hit it. So I'm like, I'm throwing it away.
Shit. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Oh, if I would have hit one more cone,
it could have been it.
It could have been the day.
It's so
literally
close.
Like Michael would have been within, I think, like three tenths.
He'd been like, under a second.
Yeah.
It was so close. Going to my last lap of our session here.
Oh, last lap of the day?
I think this is like 7 or something, but we'll stop him here.
Gotcha.
Limiter. All the limiter.
Yeah, you have a lot shorter gears apparently. Can you see the ruts? Or you want to pause in the ruts?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to get to here, because you should be able to see. So look on this inner corner. See how these are starting to groove in?
Yeah.
I think this clip you can see it the best. I like dive in and use the edge of the rut to steer around.
In.
I think you see
it's literally like you put the car in the rails and hammer down.
And I think this is the one I did. That's why I clicked this one. I think you can see it bind into it. So here we come into it. And fucking
Yep. Plus there's in that rut there was almost a little bit of a yump in there which kind of helped push some momentum down on the front end.
Yeah. There's so much rubber on the track at this point. The problem is there's that little bump on the back straight. I hit that and I lose grip. So if I brake, I just dive sideways and ruin it. Stay out of the dirt.
You're coming through that a lot cleaner.
I think this was my fastest run of the day.
But you came really fucking wide on this one.
But to get the angle right to get back into this.
Yeah, this, like I said, those corners were way more, like it wasn't a straight line from corner to corner. They it
was crossed up weird.
Yeah, it was definitely crossed up. It was a good descriptor.
On the way out. 55.7, but they all look roughly the same.
Oh,
on
yeah.
mine. I think I was.
Oh, that's the thing is I could tell I'm a little bit slower, but it's literally, I was within 3 seconds every run every day.
Yeah.
Or of the whole day.
I think almost every one of my runs was a 55 or a 56. Like I was extremely consistent, which I think is how I stayed above all the super tight race below me.
Yeah.
Because if I would have ran a slow first run, I would have been in that pack of a 10th apart and stuff.
Yep.
Brutally tight racing.
Yeah.
So that's the end of the day.
So do you have the times pulled up?
I do have the times pulled up.
Yeah.
So, somehow, some way, I come away with a first place run.
So at lunch, we were really confused.
What the hell?
Because the Fiesta all of a sudden was switching wheels and taking the stickers off.
Taking his numbers off.
So we're all just like,
I'm like, is he whooping me so bad he's gonna put the street,
put the
street tires on and just fucking work me like that? I'm
Maybe.
like, this sucks.
Yeah, but then we heard from somebody it sounded like a motor mount.
It sounded like he lost a motor mount.
Yeah,
so
which is like
technical difficulties.
I'll say we hate to take those wins, but we take those wins.
It's like I'm half disappointed, half excited. I'm like, I wanted to beat him, but I definitely wasn't gonna beat him. It's like,
that
was my fucking shooting star right there. So,
What they do is lost a motor mount.
Yeah, if you can't finish the runs, they give you like a generic super high time. He still finished in 6th place, above several people.
Yeah,
because his early runs 53, 53, 52. Like his 52 versus my 56.
And he's still 3 seconds ahead of the guy behind him. And
who did all their runs.
23 seconds behind him.
Yeah, like he still ended up in 6th
Good
place.
Lord.
It's crazy how competitive this class is, that even if you break and you're stupid fast, you can be relatively close. So I did end up with a first place again on a technicality, kind of. But
you know what you need to start doing?
The first winner is the first person who
No.
finishes the race.
Let's say the car has to survive. That's part of the race.
On the back of your trophies, you need to put your total for your numbers?
They're written. The events are written on the
The
bottom.
events
are
are
they?
written,
Yeah.
but not like a total.
No, and then you should put 451.53.
yeah, your total time.
I can get my I have a Dropbox link to all the times of the
nice.
year. So
Yeah.
at the end of the year, I'll like add them all up and be like, that's a lot of seconds.
Yeah.
But I did end up
Add them all up and divide by 8.
6.
Oh, yeah, for your average, however many events.
Or
yeah.
you mean
Or,
your
yeah.
average run
Yeah.
time, your average
Yeah.
lap time or whatever.
Well, course changes, so it doesn't really
Yeah,
matter.
Yeah,
but
but still,
either way, yeah.
the average course is somewhere in the.
having the Dropbox full of every single time is.
I can
is
go back
nice.
and check and
That's
compare and
nice.
stuff,
Yeah.
but yeah, I ended up winning by 6.9. But after that, it was
Nice.
1.1 and then 0.049
Good
to fourth
Lord.
place. Like it became extreme. These top three cars were
within
all
a tenth of a second for fourth
under
place.
half of a tenth of a second.
Yeah,
Like,
fair. Yeah,
it was so tight. I think it was like 1 or 2 runs before this. They were 0.3 apart. All three. of
that's
these
literally
cars.
just adding a longer bumper.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, you're hitting the
if you had
timing mark.
if you had an extended spoiler or front splitter, you would have won.
I need like an extendable front so I can pull it back for the start line.
Oh
and
yeah,
just, like,
absolutely.
shoot
Yep.
it out at the last minute to gain another 2
Absolutely.
feet.
Just have a linear actuator.
It's like a 10-foot long rod
Yeah.
sticking out with a caster on it.
Instead of active arrow, it's active bumpers.
Yeah.
Like, give me the time,
Bringing the
please.
finish line closer to me.
Yep.
I'd still would have gotten whooped by 2 or 3 seconds apiece.
Fair.
But a win's a win. You know,
Yeah, I see 3 gold trophies ahead of us in the podcast room. So.
it's not the way we want it, but that's the way it happens. So.
Yeah. And if I brought my trophies in, we'd see that I have 2 of them.
And why'd you get a
Gold.
second one of those?
Because me and Michael fought all day.
So Andy's on the top section, Michael's on the bottom.
Yeah.
So I want
Ooh,
to
4
highlight these.
seconds. Not well,
So
technically not.
55, 55, 55, and then 56, 54, 55. Like
Yeah.
at right here, they were like a tenth of a second apart. It
Yeah.
was unbelievably tight.
And I hit the cone the second lap. Yeah. So the last
your
2
second
laps.
session right here. This
The last 2
54.
laps were close.
Yes, because coming into the afternoon session, you guys are tight.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Michael's still kind of figuring out his car and how hard he can push it. So it's like he did, ran a 58 instead of 56 right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then ran a 56 instead of 55. Like it's super tight this whole way through, but he's getting more and more consistent.
Yeah. And
picking up
I hit a
speed.
cone and
Lost that whole
almost
lead.
screwed. Like I said, I thought I hit a lot of them, so I was even more bummed. But
Yeah, if you would hit 2 or 3.
waited and checked online, saw I only hit 1. I'm like, all right, that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not enough, but I have to push. I can't do just a flowy last run to make it
to be clean,
to
consistent.
be clean, consistent. I have to put it down.
That's like the curse of having the live timing. Is
Oh,
you're like-
yeah.
you like finish your lap and refresh.
Yeah,
Come
you're
on, where's it
constantly
at?
checking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was super tight.
But yeah, like Michael's times, it went 56.2, 55.3, 54.5. I'm like, if he keeps that pace up, like he's
I'm
gonna
bust.
be a bottom 54. Like,
Yeah.
I'm screwed.
So you ran your run at a 54.9 or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, I have to give it everything it has, and just overdrove it a little bit, end up at a 57.
Yeah.
But it's like, it was
He was either going to be extremely close or overdrove it.
it was going to
So,
be a half a second at
Yeah.
the most, or
Yep.
you overdrive one corner.
yeah. If he
that's
would have
what it
done
is.
another 54.5, what was that? That'd be 2.5 seconds
he was
difference.
he was 2.1 faster than you on this last one.
Yeah.
So you were already only 1.6 or 1.7 apart.
So it would have been way closer. But like I said, luckily for me, he overdrove it. But he did a damn good day of racing. Like I said,
it was tight all day.
it was
for
tight
you
all day.
guys.
And then also Michael Herrera, we were talking to him. Want to pull up his times real quick?
Yeah, I can pop back to that.
If you look at his times, he's like, man, you're fucking fast in that thing. I'm like, thanks, man.
You're
He's like,
I guess.
I'm just like, dude, I've put 45,000 miles on this car. Like, I just beat the shit out of it. I just don't care.
You're unbelievably comfortable.
And
with
he's
that
like,
car.
huh. And if you look at his times on the second half of the day, he's like, I think on just before lap 3, he's like, hey, I took your advice. It's working really well.
Yeah, he went from
Quit driving like a Sally.
he goes from like a 58 to a 56 to a 55. I'm like, oh no, you might
Yeah,
actually.
then the next ones, it went 55, 56, 55, 55, 56.
Yeah,
Like,
he
I'm
just
like, yeah, that's what you needed to stay that consistent throughout the day.
starts like if he drove that thing as hard as you were.
Oh, yeah.
it'd be over for you.
Oh,
guys.
yeah, exactly.
The fact
I
that
also think I don't think he was on the all-terrains or anything crazy either.
I don't remember. I don't remember looking at it.
I'm
but-
pretty sure, almost positive he never changed wheels on the car. I think he was on just kind of whatever it has.
Well, he might not have needed to because it was on the U-Haul trailer,
Fair,
so he didn't need to change them on site.
Yeah,
It
but
was
yeah,
on
no,
some
I don't
gold-
remember them being anything like.
It was
you
on
know.
some like gold Sparko wheels or whatever.
Yes,
Like they
yeah.
look kind of sporty, but for stock tires though.
But yeah.
Because he has the same tires that I do. on his race wheels.
Okay.
I don't know if he had them on. I think so. So
okay.
they clearly work.
Yeah, I couldn't remember, but yeah, I was like, okay, like I was just kind of like curious to see, I guess.
Kind of generally curious, but yeah.
yeah.
It was like almost every division was a super tight race all the way through. The Terrian rear wheel drive class, that was just, a little bit all over the place, but hitting cones and stuff. When rear wheel drive cars sliding all over the place, a lot of cones to be hit. What else am I looking for here? There was one that was super tight. Modified all was only 2 seconds, which for cars that are all running low 50s is a pretty tight race. Ended up being Benjamin Howe from Kraken Concepts Racing taking the win. Followed up by Aaron Booms in the 53 numbered Subaru Legacy, and then Tony down in third.
Yeah.
So it was a very competitive day. Everybody was trying different things, and nothing was working perfectly for everybody. So it was really fun to watch. And of course, the Razors set the fastest time of the day with a total of 416 seconds.
Good Lord.
Running 48, 49. On the same course, we're running 56s, 58s. Like, those things are stupid fast.
Yeah.
But we had our shooters, Nick and Caitlin, out, so we've got a bunch of informational pictures.
Yeah, I got a
and
text
videos
from
and stuff.
Brian's mom of,
Oh, we all did. All three of us.
your wheels are in the air in the corners.
You mean our half team partner,
Our
a
team
team owner?
Yeah, the team leader.
Let me see what she said. She said, tires are lifting in photos, all of you on corners.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, that means we're driving hard enough.
Yeah. Means you're giving her the beans.
That is exactly what that means.
Yeah.
But we got a bunch of pictures and stuff. We got basically a video of every car and pictures of a lot of them. So we'll go through some of the highlights of, like, we'll go through the Fiesta and see how much faster it looks compared to me. Like, we'll go right back and forth. So here's them coming out of the S curve down the straight into the horseshoe.
Off the yelp.
Just listen to it. Fucking like smooth, and then it lights up and just
gone.
He's fighting traction.
he's spinning the whole back straight. I'm like, I don't have to fight traction.
Yeah, right?
I'm not spinning the whole back straight.
I'm fighting power.
Yeah,
So I'm just trying to find it all.
It's like, that looks fast and cool. Let's compare it to mine since we're talking about it. One of these. I sorted these all out to post for Google Drive, and I completely forgot which one I found was the best. So we're just going to look at them anyway. What? Like, just slow and smooth through all the things. Like, it looks fast till it gets to the corner and then just bogs.
Hey, slow is smooth. Smooth is fast.
Consistent, yeah.
Yeah, he's whooping your ass on that back
It's
fucking straight away.
Like, right there is like a half second immediately. It's it's so quick coming out of there. Yeah, I grabbed the wrong folder, so I had these all sorted out nice and cool like, but joke's on me for being unprepared.
Good Lord, is that just the pictures of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was about 1,000 pictures taken that day.
Oh, I thought more than that. I thought they were at like 800 by lunch.
Did you guys use the 360 at all?
You didn't give it to me.
It's in there.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
There's the bag for the Insta360. It's not in there.
No, it's in the mounting thing because it doesn't fit with the aluminum case in the little sleeve.
I didn't use it because I didn't know it was in there.
We'll try it next time. We'll figure it out eventually.
I was going to because I'm like, that'll be kind of neat, and then I couldn't find it because there's the case that says Insta360 and you open it up and it's empty. And I'm like, oh, maybe he's got it for something.
Hold on.
You really gonna open that right now?
He's gonna try.
I'm gonna open this
He's gonna
right now.
damn well try.
We'll click through a couple of pictures.
Mounts, thumb screws, battery charger.
Yeah, why would the camera be in the mounts bag?
Because it doesn't fit in the sleeve.
Then maybe you should relabel the mounts bag.
Well,
Cut
I'm not
the
going
sleeve.
to. No.
Dumb.
It's empty. It's just an empty bag in there that says
Whatever.
Insta360.
It's good for other shit.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Whatever.
But yeah, we had Nick and Caitlin out there taking pictures and videos.
Is this with their camera or yours?
This is with their camera.
Okay.
Like,
I could tell it's a little more dialed in.
you could tell like the colors look good.
Yeah.
Where mine is just kind of like blown out, like grayish.
Not bad, but yeah, no, I could definitely tell their colors are, or at least he's familiar with enough to
Ooh,
know.
damn.
Yeah, it's a lot
Yeah.
richer color spectrum.
Yeah.
Where mine's kind of
Well, I'm
more
sure
plain.
Caitlin, they both probably took quite a decent amount of time to do color correction inside the camera.
They have the camera dialed in.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, just a lot of really nice pictures.
Ooh, that one's really good.
I was going to sort through them, but it's like
There's a lot.
By the time I did all the GoPro footage, all the out car tripod footage, and then started sorting pictures, I'm like, I gotta go. I'm fucking. There's like it was today, and I'm just like, I don't have time for this because I had to shower after work. Because I was fucking gross.
Why were you gross?
Cleaning the plasma table.
Yeah,
Clean the
that'll
fuck out of it.
do it.
We're supposed to pour concrete today, and then we didn't. Long story. We're gonna pour concrete tomorrow.
The fuck are you pouring concrete for?
To make concrete on the ground. That's how you make concrete.
Well,
You pour it.
But
Long story.
Okay.
Not exciting. Just
right, tell us after.
You know what is exciting? The MR motherfucking 2. This thing is fucking rowdy.
During the award ceremony, I was like, yeah, if there was a furthest roost thrown award, you win. Because his tires were called mud diggers. And every time he hit my corner, he almost hit me. I'm like, all right, they dig.
Like, just roost.
Good for that guy.
It looked like so much fun in that car.
Yeah.
Dude, that looks sick.
He was just having a grand old time.
That dude was having a blast.
I think the other video's a little bit later in the day, so a little bit harder, but
Oh yeah, he's getting on it.
like just throwing chunks of dirt everywhere.
Good for that guy.
It looked like so much fun in there. Didn't get a chance to talk to him, but it seemed like a blast inside there.
Next time.
Let's see. What else do we have cool videos of that I want to show off? Yada, yada. There's just so much stuff in here. I didn't sort through enough of it. We'll go to the Mini Cooper because I'm always racing against it.
Never really watched
I never get to see it.
Fair.
It looks and sounds fast. So that makes me feel good about my car being fast-ish and keeping up with it. You're kind of whining.
Jag.
The wheels like sync up with the frame rate of the camera half the time, so it looks weird.
Yeah.
It's like straightaways are my biggest issue. My car just doesn't go.
No.
Well, what else is in?
Just gotta be like me and just rev it to the fucking moon and get it back
To
in
the
first.
moon!
I've done that before and it works, and I've done it before and it doesn't. It's
Oh
kind
yeah.
of it's a crapshoot.
I'll say we didn't watch the video, but there is one video where I missed the fuck out of
Hold
a gear.
on.
And it's I'm like, oh god.
Let's see if I can
Whoopsies.
remember. I think it's this one.
You can hear it from outside. Oh god.
I don't know if you can hear the gear grind, but you can definitely see you limiter bash.
Yeah, it was the first video. Was the one. Oh, that's the shit. The first video of the day, I'm like, can I stretch this straight away and in first gear? And I could not.
Yeah, you can hear it bash the absolute piss out of it in the
Yeah.
first one. Damn. Let's see. Ooh, the Lotus. So the Lotus is
I don't know
batshit.
what this thing. Like, I need to know what engine
Crack.
this thing, because when he gets into the Power Band,
It's
Good
obnoxious.
Lord.
It's
like once he's probably
stupid.
over like 3,500 RPM, it just echoes off the trees like a fucking kraken, dude.
Yeah.
It is nuts.
It
It's
is
a really nice fucking picture.
Yeah,
That's
these
very
all these
dialed in.
pictures turn out amazing. But I've got a video of it here in a second, and
I really hope the video does
It
the
showed- it-
noise justice.
it does it justice on how like he just points it in a line, and all of a sudden it just disappears
yeah, it's
that
like
way.
blob.
I'm gonna have the volume loud, so
You might have to. Doesn't turn the greatest with no weight on the nose, but watch him light it here.
good
Just
Lord.
fucking-
Yeah, second gear when he's at
Meow.
like 5,500, 6,000 RPM. I'm like, oh, that's
It's
a great noise, dude.
Scream. I think it's like a 3-liter Toyota mode. I don't know
Yeah.
exactly what it is. Here's another one of it. Might be hearing a little more. Downshift. And then before it.
You can hear it echo off the
That
trees.
was like
It's
an
nuts.
8-foot fucking rooster
It
coming
just-
off the ass end.
As soon as
Oh,
it
yeah.
lights, it either just flies forward or it throws dirt, and there's pretty much no in between. It's
Good
psychotic.
for that guy.
That thing is terrifying. Let's see, what else do we have in here of super excitement? It's always fun to watch Tony's car slide around, since it like looks pretty and sounds pretty.
Fair.
So cool.
buy a cheap Subaru and make it do that.
Too cool.
Just do that. What do you mean? But yeah, I don't know if there's anything else worth mentioning for the day. That was kind of the general gist of it. Yeah, if I had time to sort these out a little bit better.
So what's under Yeehaw Crew?
That's just literally pictures of us just doing stuff.
Caitlin
got some sick senior photos of us, basically.
Damn, yeah, that's a really good one.
This is actually a banger photo of Michael. It's like, and it's just like us just like standing around being goobers, looking at stuff. Well, there's one I want to get to. This. It's you just.
I'm stretching my back out, yeah.
Standing around flailing your arms around in the field.
Yeah, I had my legs planted straight and
like,
I'm rotating my
fucking.
I'm rotating my upper half.
This is just.
That's a good picture. Fuck yeah, dude.
Ooh, there's one that I want to show you. That's what I was trying to think of. Let me go to 724. It's a sick photo.
Ooh,
like
hell yeah.
Like I don't know what you need this photo for,
that kind
but
of
like
goes hard.
it's a sick photo of like.
I'm judging the fact, I'm judging the fact that he hit the cone. Maybe not.
No, it's the pointer.
Yeah,
the cone's still up, but still
figured,
like.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, he's just sliding around you standing there. It's like the
not impressed.
Yeah,
not impressed.
It gives me like the pregnancy announcement vibes where the guy's like driving a razor to kick up dust and rolls it, but it's just you just like standing there like, huh. I guess a turbo Subaru sliding past me at 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, they took a bunch of awesome photos. I still have to sort through the rest of them, get them posted. But yeah. While we're looking at Adam's car, let's pull up a video of it. Just because it also sounds cool. It goes fast. Like, I want an all-wheel drive car just to play with now. Like, it just seems like a lot of fun.
You want mine?
No, I want a good one.
Damn.
A fast one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thanks to a failed motor mount on a Fiesta ST, which I
got
own one, so I'm like, I don't have a spare with me, but I probably do somewhere. So I'm like, I hope I replaced that one, or it was already replaced before.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Thanks to that, I got a first place technicality. A
Number
win's a
3.
A win's a win.
And the points, you might be doing all right, honestly.
3 in a row is a good sign.
Yeah, it makes for a tight points race at least. If he can get it dialed in for the next couple.
If he comes back for the next 2,
if he literally makes it to the end of the race, the next couple, then it'll be tight.
It'll be very tight because I got 8th my first run, and so the points are split up not on position, on overall time comparison.
Yeah.
So first place runs 100 seconds, and you run 110. It's a percentage off, not just like 75 points for second.
Yeah.
So it's like his 6th place finish, which is still fast, might be like competitive with my 8th place time of not being broken. It's like it's a damn shame.
Shit.
But a win's a win. I'd like to get it a different way, but it's the way it is. Andy beat Michael.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's what I was gonna pull up. I want to pull up your guys' podium picture, and Andy knows exactly why.
God damn it.
So we took podium pictures like we do all the time, you know. There's the stock rears, modified front, and here's stock all. But if you notice,
shut the fuck up,
Michael.
Michael in second place is still like 3 inches taller than Andy. So it looks like Michael's in first.
I hate it here.
It makes Andy look like 4'11"
Damn,
in this
so
picture.
all I really need to do is get third. Y'all can battle it over first and second, and we'll have a yeehaw podium finish.
We don't have a third place trophy yet. I'm just
well,
saying.
Michael Herrera has a win in the other event.
And a third now.
So
it's going to get tight. It's still very competitive.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Or mine is, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, mine's me, the Camry, and the Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
It's a good little 1, 2, 3. Oh, it was funny in the morning. So we were getting ready and like going to the bathroom and stuff. And I walk up to the bathroom and Ben in the Mini Cooper is in front of me.
Yeah.
He's like, well, at least I beat you in the race to the bathroom.
Yeah, he rode his little moped up. I'm like, damn, that's a solid line.
I was like, damn. I'm like, okay, but you're still fast. Like, don't.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to screw up at some point. And you're going to fucking ruin me. But that was just like a real funny thing from the day.
That is very funny.
But I think that's all the highlights for the day.
Wow.
For all the event number 5 coverage.
So what's the Fiesta update?
Lots of update.
Oh, yeah?
So.
Pitter patter. I haven't been around for a week.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, you literally don't.
Was last week the first start?
Yeah,
Have you,
what the fuck?
have you heard it run yet?
No.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Are you
he
listening to this
hasn't.
week's episode right now?
Yes.
Okay, you'll get to it eventually,
God
but
damn
you can
it.
let's do it again.
This is bullshit.
I think today I emptied the recycle bin for the first time in like a year. Oh, no, it's in here. All right. Can I restore this real quick?
I'm
Might as well-
upset.
You should be.
I am.
It sounds wild. Okay.
I get busy for 1 week throughout the year where I'm completely indisposed, and y'all do shit like this.
Do shit like
Yeah.
what? What do you mean? So it's together, the engine's in it, and all
it
the body
runs.
panels are done, and it runs.
Yeah.
Does it move under its own power?
Yes.
Nice.
Marcus is making upset motions.
Marcus is not thrilled by this information.
Oh, fuck the lot he is. God damn it.
To be fair, that was like,
Turbo noises.
it makes
Yeah.
all the turbo noises. It's obnoxious.
This is bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. You know what else is bullshit? Fucking Vivid vinyl wrap. It
Oh,
is the
really?
stickiest
Oh,
shit
yeah.
on the planet.
Either that or we prep the absolute shit out of it.
We did prep the roof nice. So the roof, for people who were aware or unaware, the previous owner sprayed a bunch of flat black paint around the antenna. I think it was rusting, and he like scuff sanded and sprayed it just flat black to seal it because he was gonna wrap it with some graphic or whatever. So I don't want a graphic up there, so I'm just
Yep.
gonna wrap it black to match the car.
Yep.
So we scuff sanded the roof, got it all cleaned
Did
up.
this Tuesday?
This
Wednesday
would be
night?
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, okay, yeah.
Yes, got it all scuff sanded up.
God forbid I have a job. I got a job for
Yeah,
Tuesday
no-
morning. I fucking come over Tuesday night and I get to stay out here till 10.
It was at least 10, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, hey, Andy,
I think I
like,
went to bed about 10:30.
gonna try to put the wrap on tonight. You do anything? You're like, not really. Just let me
Yeah,
know.
I'm like, yeah, let me know. Fuck.
So then we started about 6:30, so we probably had a good
Yeah.
3 hours in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's one sheet 5x6, and the roof's like 5x4, so it's plenty of room.
Yeah.
If we would have laid it in the right
Yeah,
spot.
we should have laid it a little more towards the windshield because we only had about 1 inch to pull
Ooh.
towards the front on
So,
the windshield
like,
side.
Now
I'm
you
like-
got it like a solid, like gloss black.
Gloss
Yeah.
black, yeah.
Yep.
So you can
So-
at least pull a little bit.
Yes. So, and you're wrapping it over other blacks. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, knowing I had a foot extra, we set the back seam about where this bottom line is on the spoiler. Yeah, the front windshield had about an inch if we were lucky.
Yeah, an inch to pull on, and then we put our knifeless tape, which is basically just a string inside of a tape to cut the
Cut vinyl.
vinyl nice and straight.
Once
and
it's
such.
stuck, it cuts really
When
nice.
it's done
Yeah.
when it's done correctly,
Yeah.
mint.
And we're professionals. Fuck
Semi-professional.
We got
We've wrapped like
we've
two
got
things.
tens of hours of this.
Yeah, and 3 of them were the other
Yeah,
night.
exactly.
So
but
yeah,
yeah.
we got it kind of cleaned up, alcohol wiped, and then just unrolled the entire sheet, peeled the foil, and just set it.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, let's just pick this corner back up.
It didn't come
Doesn't
up, did
work
it?
like that.
Yeah, no,
It
it was prepped way too well.
Like Michael and Andy both like straining to lift a corner of it.
Yeah,
It's
like
like
every
Try to
ounce of
heat it
like
up a little bit.
Well, you don't want to do it when you're you want to do
If
it
you're
when you're
stretching it.
setting it,
Yeah.
not when you're pulling it back.
Yeah.
I mean, just very light
Eh,
heat
yeah.
that might just relax the adhesive enough
But
to pull it up.
it was
It was more the fact that the roof was so prepped, not
Yeah.
even the adhesive setting. It's just
it like vacuum sealed to it more than so there's like
Yeah.
slow, and if you go too far, it fucking rips half.
yeah,
the
or
sheet
yeah,
up.
and then it jumps. It's like, well,
Yeah.
I didn't need to go that far, or I only wanted to go in this direction, and
yeah.
so
but-
slowly but steadily
started in the passenger side front,
Passenger
worked
front.
passenger side back.
slowly worked around. I didn't get any pictures in the middle because we're like doing it the whole time.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Brian was on heat gun. Me and Michael were trying to like kind of
Stretch and
set it all
squeegee
in,
and-
stretch and squeegee,
and all
And
things
talking such.
considered.
Now, did you do it wet or did you do it dry?
Dry.
Did it dry? Okay.
I guess I did get one picture of us like prepping and stuff. But you could see like how like shitty this
Yeah.
black
It's
paint
poopy.
was, and how like mirror fucking adhesive promoter, all the nonsense. We didn't adhesive promoter the front, but so we got that all laid out, and then we go to the next picture, which is black.
Wow, look at that.
It turned out really
Very
nice.
nice.
There's a couple of spots where it's like you just couldn't get the air out of it.
Meh.
Yeah.
Well, you take a pin.
That's
and just
I was gonna do that yesterday, but I
Yeah,
ran
I
out.
told him like pull it out in the sun, go out with a pin, pin it, squeeze it,
And then, yeah,
just
let
let
it
it
bake.
sit there and
Yep.
and let the adhesive bake to it.
all but self cure itself.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of little spots where it's like you can see like that's one that I need to pin and
Meh.
move, but like
But still, over the fact of that big of a surface area, and you have like
a
3
couple.
bubbles.
Yeah.
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 Big whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's
driver's
the
side
front.
turned out, or passenger side turned out better than the driver's side because
We did that first.
we didn't have to stretch it as much on the passenger side, but
But
Very nice.
Turned out very nice, except in one little thing. Around the antenna, you can definitely see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Where the
that was
was-
just a difference in if it would have been
like
left the same level, like the paint level, it would have been fine. But I think the previous owner took it down, and then you just tried to clean that up,
and there was so thin paint on it just didn't clean up.
But
nicely.
you're gonna have a cover on that for the antenna.
The antenna is
and
about half of this, so you'll see the edge of it.
Yeah.
So I had a theory, and I was gonna get a custom like vinyl sticker made. It's like an 8-inch circle that like matches the camo on the side of the car.
Oh, there you go.
I was gonna put a circle, like an 8-inch circle of this up around the antenna to break that.
Yep.
Because the problem is it's gloss black, so it's shiny.
Yeah, you're gonna see it.
You can't hide from it unless you're at the right angle.
But if you put a
But as soon as
matte
you're off
camo
angle,
sticker on it, you're never gonna see it.
And a camo will break this pattern anyway. So I think it'd make it disappear.
Yeah.
Of course, it's like right now the antenna's not in it, so the headliner's loose, so I can put the antenna in. And any sticker I order is like a 2-week lead time.
Fuck.
Or I rush order it for $60.
Shit.
And I'm not doing that.
No.
And I don't want like a generic like Cricut like non-UV rated one because it'll just fade and be worse. And it's fresh vinyl, so I don't want to put a bad sticker on it. So I think I'm just gonna run it just bare vinyl with the antenna in it, obviously. But and it's like if it's a year from now. Because normally it's a roof, and you're like, the roof's above you. You can't see it.
But it's
this car,
hot hatch, so
this car is so tiny. Like Andy standing next to it at 4'11" is like looking over
and he's leaned over a little bit.
Like it's not on ramps. Like it's just a tiny
it's
little
on the
thing.
ground.
So you can see it. But I think once the antenna, like it's black wrap on a black
it'll
car. You're
gonna have to 1 know it's there, and 2 be at the right angle and the right lighting to see it,
to look for it. And it's a black car with a black wrapped roof. Like you don't see it unless you're looking for it at all. Like you don't know the car's wrapped because the black matches. Like if it was like a white car wrapped black, you'd be like, oh, maybe there's some imperfections. But so hypothetically, it should be all things considered nice and clean, and no one should really notice.
I didn't take a picture of the scrap load that I had.
Oh, it was
I sent you the 2 pictures of it. Yeah. So the other thing, once we got it done, I was like, Brian, just post heat it. Just lay heat on it. Let the adhesive kind of start to set in.
Yep.
Lay a bunch of heat on the roof and just let it all kind of soak in.
Actually worked really good.
So then while he was doing that, I was loading up their scrap pile because I had already had a V8 engine block, a straight 6 engine block, and
the transmission,
and a transmission out of the 5.4 that I just did, and some other just random shit.
All ready to go.
Already on my trailer, ready to go to scrap. And at Rally, Brian's dad was like, "Oh yeah, we need to get that scrap going." I'm like, "Fuck it, I'll take my."
Yeah.
So I told Brian, I'm like, "Hey, I'm just gonna bring my 5x8 and load what I can tonight and take it in." And if you want to pull up my pictures, you'll see.
Oh, did you send a picture? That's your weight.
Yeah,
in and out.
That was the weight at the scrap.
Let me get to the. So this must be your weigh in.
Yeah.
Your weigh in is 5280.
Yeah. You want to guess how much I? Well, Brian,
I kind of saw the picture.
Guessed what it was, and it was you even the night before you guessed what it was. It was fucking close. You want to guess how much?
You didn't see the picture though, but
1,800 pounds.
So there's 2 engine blocks.
Yeah,
3 engine blocks.
Just the blocks or the whole
just
thing?
Blocks.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the straight 6 block and head. The head had the valves, no valve cover.
Yeah.
Just bare V8 block. The transmission and transfer case out of the F-150. 2 fridges. Brian's, the 2 mini fridges, Brian's,
my 1.6 block, which
and crank assembly and all the pistons.
Andy almost asked me for help loading it and then tried to move it. He's like, "Oh, it doesn't weigh anything."
Yeah, so I just lifted it up and yeeted it into the fridge. I'm like, "We're good."
He's like, "Wow, this is way lighter than I thought." And then a couple they're just like loose.
Like struts and suspension hubs, shit like that.
Some loose parts.
Yeah, 1,800-ish.
1,300.
Okay.
Yeah, Brian guessed it the night before.
I was pretty close.
He was like, "I bet it's about 1,200." I'm like, "Yeah, I bet you're pretty close."
So yeah, about 1,300 pounds.
Yeah,
that's
got,
pretty
$52 for it.
Damn.
So,
wow.
You tow it with the Subaru to the scrapyard?
Yeah. Want to know why?
I would love to know why.
Because your hitch, the one you gave me to borrow, because
Yeah.
I don't have a single 2-inch receiver hitch in Oglesby
because
now,
your
house.
And your F350 is not
a
a
3-inch
2-inch
hitch.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to take my truck because it's already overdue an oil change, whatever. The F-150 has a 2-inch receiver, which I was like, Brian, can I borrow a hitch? He said, yeah. You got to switch the ball because he has a 2 5/16 ball. No big deal.
Trailer.
I have extra balls in my truck.
Yeah, the drop hitch for my trailer. Yeah.
The ball or the nut on that ball, I do not own a socket for. I don't know what fucking size it is because I own like up to like I think an inch and inch and a half.
You have like bigger and smaller sockets, but not that one.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't. I own up to like I think an inch at least like 1.5 inch, 1.5 maybe.
Okay.
I think yours is bigger than that. You must just have a farm socket that you
Big
put it on. Like,
nuts.
I don't know what fucking size it is, but it's fucking huge.
Do you have up to 1.25 maybe? Because I think it might be an 1 5/16.
It's ignorant.
It's exactly
Because
the wrong.
nothing metric. I have metric up to 36 inch, and the metric didn't fit.
Okay,
shit.
yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know what this is, dude.
And yeah, you're not going to get it with a wrench because I think it's
I put a
got, like,
pipe wrench on it, but I just started moving my entire fucking bench. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck this.
I think it's torqued at like 300 foot-pounds or
Good
something.
Lord.
That's what you're supposed to.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like an 1.25 shank or
Yeah.
7/8 shank, like 2 5/16 ball.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
You're supposed to just torque them like tight.
Big balls.
So it doesn't, like, I don't know, come loose and die.
Yeah,
So you
no,
didn't-
it's fucking tight. You're
you-
good,
you
bud.
didn't get it off?
Nope. So I just fucking left it together. I'm like, fuck it. I'm driving the Subaru
To the shit box.
through town, through construction to the scrapyard.
To
and
be
I
fair-
did, and it was fine.
To be
I had
fair.
mentioned it to you that night as in like, hey, like just bring it over here and we'll take it apart is like my theory there.
Yeah, I was
then-
like, I got sockets. I got a Milwaukee Impact. I'm good.
You pulled all the way out on the road and then forgot about it. And
Yeah, I
backed
had to
up.
back up. I'm like, oh, fuck.
I was so confused. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like, I'm dumb.
I'm like, is it so sketchy? He's turning around 100 feet out of the
Oh, yeah,
driveway.
no.
But
No.
no.
Forgot the hitch. If I got to grab the hitch out of your trailer, I'm like, oh, yeah, whoops.
So I'm just like, I like followed him back in the yard. I'm like, oh, he's getting the hitch. I'm like, all right, we're good. And we were talking about how good the weather was Saturday.
Yep. For next wedding.
No, this Saturday.
Oh, this
Yeah,
Saturday.
Because it was
Sorry.
super. It was cold and Andy was freezing and
Yeah,
stuff.
it was cold in the mornings, and then about 10, 11 o'clock, it started to heat up where it was nice out.
So you know what I got to do Saturday morning?
What did you get to do?
First drive on the Fiesta.
And
It's
Did you get a video?
I brought the GoPro with intending to get a video.
You didn't.
and did.
And then I like left without the GoPro in the car.
God
I was
damn.
like, ah, fuck. I'm like, well, whatever.
Man, the
Damn.
dude had the podcast camera. Wait, did you have my GoPro
Yeah.
or Andy's?
I brought
Yeah.
yours. I had it with a suction
Man,
cup mount ready
you,
to put on
you
the
had
window.
a GoPro and a 360
and
cam.
both our phones
and both phones.
Yep.
It
And
didn't
forgot.
get shit.
and didn't do
You
any
didn't tell.
of
It
them.
was like what 3,000 to 6,000 in
So
third gear.
the first pull from the tuner, he says 2,500 to 6,500 wide open, don't lift.
on a
All right,
In
fuck it.
third gear.
Oh shit!
And I'm like,
so you're
Okay,
100
where
plus.
where did you go?
Allegedly, Mexico.
Yeah.
In reality, I drove to Tonica gas station and put fresh 93 in it
Ah,
Yeah.
okay,
because
fair.
it needs
Yep,
gas.
yep.
Yeah.
And then just drove home.
Yeah,
I just drove or back to my parents' house.
Yeah.
I just drove there in third gear from 2,500 to 6,500.
yeah.
What speeds that is, I'm not gonna say because it's more than that. It's about 30 more than what you would want to legally do on that road. Maybe 40 more. I don't. I wasn't.
Maybe 60 more.
I'm looking at the access port, trying to like. I'm like, where's the AFR?
Yeah. Watch. Yeah.
Like,
Watch
did it-
air fuel and make
Yep.
sure you're not burning.
It's like,
or
oh, it's at
melting
20 to
pistons.
1. You just blew it up. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh,
cool.
Well, poo.
I'm watching the boost gauge because with the tuner we're talking, it's like the wastegate is a 14-pound wastegate. You put some preload on it so it doesn't come loose.
Yep.
So he's like, expect to make about 2 pounds more than that. If it makes up to 20, that's okay. Anything over 20, we need to readjust.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
like, sure. So the least power it can make is up to 20 pounds.
Yeah. But it's a fall day that's
It's
about 65
boost
out.
weather.
Yeah, it's called a thing for a reason.
Actually, am I signed in? I might just pull up my tuner base. Am I signed in? Come on, give me. I can.
Yo!
I can just pull up my data log because it tuner base, which is what
Oh,
they
shit,
use to
that's
tune
kinda
these
fucking
cars.
cool.
You can literally just pull up your like tuner quest and look at what's going on here. So it's like
Damn.
live, like talking back and forth. And you just send the data log in, and here it is. Let me switch a couple of things around so we can see. Don't worry about that one. Okay. This would be a good map to show. So the blue is the accelerator pedal, is this
Yep.
straight flat line.
Floor.
This,
I also was thinking about that today. I'm like, you are on a brand new flywheel and clutch doing a third gear
Wide
pull. I'm
open
like,
pull.
you know, that
It-
might not be great.
I made sure it
Well,
was seated tight
Ho-
first.
hold
and-
on.
Yeah.
So
okay.
you drove nicely to the gas station.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, you're fine.
Yeah,
Send it to the moon.
that's-
Beat the piss
It's a
out of it.
handful of miles,
It is.
brother.
It is less
It's
than a
But
handful.
look, something would have gone wrong by the time you pulled out. Am I wrong?
Theoretically, you're not wrong. If there was
Yeah.
a problem, you'd probably notice it.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, and hey,
If anything were to go haywire within the first
Yeah.
couple minutes, it would have been you driving to the gas station.
Right.
but it's also like fresh mating surfaces.
yes.
Which not
As long
with
as
a
they
lot
don't-
of miles on them will slip very easily.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
fact that it held, I'm
They're-
really happy
They're
for you.
really sharp. And if they
Yeah.
slip a little bit, it ruins them. So I'm
Yeah.
just like, okay, I'm gonna do this one time and then immediately like be nice.
I was like, you can probably putt it around now, or at least like when you get it back.
I'm waiting for the second.
Yeah,
tune,
now
because
then you can putt it around.
If there's something here that I'm unaware of, this one spec is way off. Check this thing. He'll see it and be able to tell me.
Yeah.
So I loaded up like 30 different things. He gives you a list of exactly what to data log.
Yeah.
And boost pressure is obviously the one that matters because, why wouldn't it be? So I hit the gas at exactly 24.99. Like within an RPM, I go from 18% throttle up to 46 to 100 in less than like a tenth of a second.
Yeah.
Just to the floor.
To the moon.
It goes from 0.06 pounds of boost and ramps
1, 2,
right
5,
the fuck
7,
up.
12, 14, 15.
Oh, shit.
16, 18.
Yeah.
I can't see it anymore because my eyes fucked up.
It
22.
No.
Oh, wait, no.
No. Ends the run at about 19.5.
Okay.
Which is just under 20 PSI,
Yeah.
which is what I wanted.
Nice.
So I'm like, sweet. AFR stuck exactly 11.7 the whole way, so it's super rich, which is fine.
Better than lean.
For a break-in tune, I'd rather it be super rich.
Yep. Correct.
So it made just under 20 pounds of boost on wastegate. And it moves along pretty good because
Does she scoot?
She do be scooting.
She
do be scooting.
Because it's like, okay, we drove back to my parents' house, checked everything over. Everything smells like oil because the exhaust is brand new, the turbo is brand
everything
new,
with oily
the
hands.
clutch is brand new, so it's like everything's burning oil off of it. So we're like, open the hood and like smell, like is this thing on fire?
Yeah.
So it's
no
like,
leaks, no current fire. Okay, we're good.
No leaks, nothing wrong. Everything's just burning the oil off of it. Everything looked good. Let it cool down for a little bit. Kind of checked everything over.
Yep.
Checked the air in the tires because I didn't do that beforehand, but they were good, so it's fine. Maybe I did. I don't know. I checked them at some point that day, but checked it all over. Everything looked good. I'm like, okay, great. Let's go send this data log in. So I'm like, just get back in the car and take it because it's fucking. I want to drive this thing. So drive it back to Tonica. Send the data log in. It's like, well, we're here. It's like, let's just take it to the elevator and see what this thing weighs.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So it's for scale of reference, the fit at race trim is 2,700 pounds with me in it. So it's about 2,500 pounds and 100 horsepower, 110.
Good Lord.
We take this over to the scale, me and Michael in it, 3,200 pounds.
Holy shit.
So that means the car dry is probably 2,800 pounds. So it's about 300 pounds heavier. And
3 times the horsepower.
And should make about, if you're talking crank numbers, the Honda's 110. This should make like 340 crank.
Good Lord.
At 300 pounds extra.
And that power to weight ratio do be something.
It sneaks up on you real quick. Mm-hmm. It makes all the cool tuner car fucking pops and crackles and boost noises. Like big fan of that. But
hell yeah.
It went really well.
Good.
And then I parked it and did not touch it till we wrapped it. Didn't even start it that day. Andy didn't even get to hear it while he was there.
I was like, maybe we can go for a ride when we wrap. I'm like, whatever.
And then it's like 10:30.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to go home because I have to be awake in 5 hours.
So I'm hoping sometime either today or tomorrow. Because I was waiting for the tune Friday night. I'm like, come on. I'm like, give me something. Never showed up. Like 8:45 in the morning, it pops up. I'm like, let's go. Race car time. Yep. Well, it's nice and cool out. So that's what I was going to look at. The air temp. Charge air temp. It was 59 degrees.
Oh, hell yeah.
In the intercooler.
Yeah.
So not like ambient. Ambient's cooler than that because it's already building heat.
Yeah.
So on a wide open pull, I went from 59 degrees
to
67.
Oh, okay.
So I picked up
nothing.
8 degrees jumping, 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
At wide open.
Full throttle.
I'm like, man, cold weather is sick. I love this shit. So
boost.
So yeah, that thing is alive and currently running. It's got plates and insurance, unfortunately.
Nice.
But yeah.
And not a single layer of copper spray anywhere in that entire engine.
I wouldn't go that far, but I'm pretty sure that's fair.
Oh yeah, when I loaded the engine block, I just saw it ever. I'm like, oh god, I threw it in
like
the fridge.
on the
like,
plastic
Jesus
intake,
Christ.
on the aluminum block. Like
one of the there was water pumps on the ground. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm just throwing shit on the trailer. I'm like, it's everywhere.
But there it is, out in daylight for the first time.
Lord. Hell yeah,
in
brother.
Almost exactly 2 months. So I got it July 8th, and
today's the 11th.
Today's like the 11th. So just under 2 months, I got it from blown up, new engine in it, new turbo, clutch, flywheel, exhaust, all the things, roof wrapped, and here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, our project turnaround is
getting better.
something pretty damn amazing.
For doing it on just like afternoons and like not working weekends like crazy.
Again, take it back to, no offense, the off-road group guys of, I'm going to do this, and then 4 years later.
Swap my XJ, and I'll have it done by like May.
Damn, that's crazy.
Like, we had an entire truck done, and how long did it take you to get your red truck done?
That was under 3 months. We started that October 10th.
Yeah.
And had it ready by New Year's. That was, I don't want to do that again.
No, that was a bit
That
rushed.
was brutal.
I just remember that last week, me and you every fucking night.
I mean, that was me working 6/10s, and then after work, we'd work till 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
It was
a good time.
Awful.
I enjoyed it.
It was pretty fun. I could do it again.
I liked wrenching.
Let's do it again. Just not on an XJ.
Yeah.
I like things with frames.
Hey.
Things with frames are way cooler.
Well, the house ideally. So I got the appraisal back today.
Yeah.
Came in at 130.
Of wasted money.
Came in at 130. So I
130 's
shouldn't
pretty-
be losing my ass on it completely.
130 is a pretty good number.
Yeah, I bought it for 132 5 years ago.
And the markets went way up, but you're getting
I
exactly
just need what I have in it. I don't care anymore.
Anything is a win.
So getting my money back out of it. Ideally, I buy all the parts that the Mustang needs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All the parts that the
get
Jeep
her
needs.
done.
Mm-hmm.
And then start building the hennepin property. But
Yeah. Drop a porta potty and start vibing.
buy a
Porta
camper
shitter.
instead. Sell the ambulance box. Buy a camper.
Mm. Yeah, because it fits good on your goose. How does that thing tow on your gooseneck? We didn't even mention that.
Yeah. I took the gooseneck with my Subaru in the camper. That's how I got up to the rally.
How did it tow? Because it didn't. Because we both left at the same time. You following me?
Yeah,
and
I was doing 75. If it was going down the road, fine. The weight bias, it could be a little better.
Suboptimal.
3,500 pound Subaru, 33,000 pound camper directly above the tongue.
As close to the tongue as you can physically get.
So going home was way better because I spun the car around and put the engine over. Like it was behind the rear axle.
Yeah. Change the weight bias to balance
that
the
was
trailer.
better, but I think with a camper, which will probably be 500 pounds less.
Maybe.
Most 14 footers, and I'm aiming for a 14-foot camper.
Right.
Most of them are about 2,800 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So 2,800 pounds on the front, and then 5,000 pounds in the middle, and 6,000 pounds on the rear.
Right. Help
give or
spread
take.
the weight on the trailer a little bit.
Get more towards the back. I think it'll be a lot better.
Okay.
Maybe if they're say ideally your truck and my Jeep.
Right.
My
truck's basically
the rear vehicle will be engine to the back
to spread the weight
weight even more. But yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of depends. I think I have an idea for a setup. It'll be movable pieces that slide into the stake pockets.
Okay. Yeah.
One for the tongue, one for the rear axle.
Gotcha.
Instead of putting the tires on it, it'll be
basically
wheel stud plates.
Build a cross member to hold the.
Yeah, and then have them be able to put in the stake pockets and then be able to move them
That would
from
be
the back.
that would be convenient.
Ideally, I want the trailer to be movable,
Mm-hmm.
even if I only have one vehicle on it. I want to be able to slide it back probably 5-8 feet off the front of the tongue.
Get it off the tongue
if I'm only hauling one vehicle, and then still haul that one vehicle way towards the back.
If it doesn't need to be up on the tongue, you can flex it back a little bit and get the weight off of the hitch.
Yeah. Weight wise, I think it'll handle another 8,000 pounds or whatever.
It'd almost be better because you can spread that. You can have more weight evenly spread instead of just a bunch of weight on the tongue and then the trailer's bouncing behind it.
Yeah. Yeah. When I first had it on there, I took the camper just by itself.
Yeah.
From the new property to my current house. That was I was going slow. I didn't want to hit a bump really hard and snap a leaf spring.
Yep.
That'd be pretty cool.
And then going up to get fuel on the way up to the rally, I'm like, let's go a little slow. When I got up there, I'm like, I'm going to move the car back about 3 feet and see what that does. But that was still with me facing forward.
So your
on
weight still...
on the way home, spinning it around, I think that was the best combo, and it
helped a little bit.
fine.
Makes sense.
So
okay.
But
the ramps didn't fall out.
Yeah, I put locks on them now, so yeah.
You can't even tell that one's aftermarket.
Yeah, except for the paint.
Aftermarket.
Other than the paint's Herculiner instead of black, they honestly, you can't tell.
Yeah,
right.
they worked. So.
Potato.
They held the car up, so your welds worked.
Yeah,
Congrats.
they did the thing, so. But yeah.
Okay. I would say, do we have anything else? But we have a ton of stuff because
Yeah.
Marcus has been gone.
Yeah, you've been
for
gone.
2 weeks now.
Yeah, it's been a long.
He doesn't even know I have a running
time.
Fiesta. He doesn't even know it's
I
here.
was pissed. It is
No,
here?
it's
you
not.
bastard.
What else is here, Marcus?
So, well, okay. So, don't do that shit. Eggs are here. We
Eggs!
started getting eggs. So
you buying 'em, or-
last episode
66 would be the last one you were
66 was the last one I was on.
on. Yeah.
So that was, of course, done on a Thursday. That
Saturday?
weekend
Yeah.
was Caitlin and Nick's wedding.
Yes, because we were talking on Saturday about how the
Yes.
chickens weren't laying eggs yet, and you were
Yes.
getting nervous.
So Monday morning, because I worked Labor Day weekend, I got up that morning before I went into work, went and checked the coop because I was starting to get a little antsy, and I'm like, okay, like I'm honestly starting to get a little worried. Like you guys are sitting at like 22, almost 23 weeks here.
And about 20 is when they should start.
16 to 20 is when they reach maturity. So like
Shortly
What
thereafter.
the fuck, guys? Like, like I have no indication.
Yeah.
Like they weren't getting up in the nesting boxes or anything like that. So went to work, which funny enough, first I've told you guys this, but I still think it's funny.
Oh, okay.
The first customer that I went to that day was in kind of a bougie area.
Yeah.
And I pulled in. There was a Rolls-Royce Cunningham.
Cullinan.
Yeah,
or something.
however
It's a
the
fuck-
fuck you pronounce it. And then 2 Mercedes AMG G63 G-Wagons.
Yeah.
So there was,
Goofy looking things.
$240,000 worth of vehicles
Just sitting there.
just sitting in the driveway.
Just for you to
so-
roll up in your work truck.
Came home that day and I had my first egg. So if you want to pull
Yeah.
that up, that's the one of it in my hand.
That would be
one.
this guy?
Wow, my first egg.
Did you like put it in epoxy up on your shelf?
Nope.
Or
If you go to the
Oh, no.
yeah, immediately fried it up.
cook that fucker up and fucking
What did you
ruined
do
it.
to
What'd you
it?
say? Is it
Yeah, I just scrambled it.
Scrambled?
Yeah,
I mean,
just scrambled it and I fed it back to the chickens.
Oh, well.
Although me and Tori had a bite, it was pretty damn good.
tastes like egg.
Yeah, it tastes like egg.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
You're like, this is a
For the
goose.
first egg, I mean, like
Egg one is a big
I've
moment.
had people tell me like, oh, don't eat the first couple, they're bad or whatever, and then
Who the fuck says, is it bad luck? Or
no, it's like they're bloody or
Oh,
they're
Oh.
fucked up internally.
they're kind of breaking the way
they're
in.
they're just small and double yolked sometimes. Like so.
Mhm.
I don't know if I've ever said this on podcast. My
Oh.
dad fucking loves mayonnaise.
Yeah.
We
like,
I know
you've
we've talked
said
about
that.
it.
Y'all have already like he'll put it on or put it in chili, like on spaghetti, like Thanksgiving
Mayonnaise is
dinner.
actually better than what people credit it for.
Look,
It's like
It does slap every now and
He
then, I'll be honest.
It's like-
loves fucking mayonnaise, and yet his fucking cholesterol is perfect.
Yeah, because his body's
Well, yeah.
adapted. It is
So,
a temple of
I
mayonnaise.
made him homemade mayonnaise
With egg.
with my eggs.
Ooh. Well, your chickens. Eggs.
Chickens,
Please,
eggs,
please
whatever.
elaborate.
And one of the eggs I put in there was a double yolker.
So there's too much yolk.
Yeah.
And he knew.
Double yolked.
He like tasted. He's like,
Yolk.
That ain't no Hellman's, brother.
Yeah, there's an extra yolk in here. This ain't right.
I fucked it up. Put a little bit too much garlic in there, but that's okay.
Yeah, garlic's good. Tell him it's garlic mayo. Fucking joke's on him.
It was. I put
It's flavored.
garlic and red chili flakes in there.
Ooh. Where's my mayonnaise? What the
Do you
fuck?
want some? I'll make you some.
Yes.
Okay.
Make me fucking anything.
Question. So how many cartons of eggs did you eat prior to wanting chickens?
0.
None.
Did you go through you just
Nope.
never really ate eggs?
Nope.
If
I mean, if they're in there, I'll eat eggs.
To be fair,
Okay,
I
fair.
do eat eggs. They're just usually in a box of brownie mix.
Yeah.
and
See,
then they're
exactly.
like that's the
I
best
was like,
place
it's like
for
I
'em.
actually eat eggs. I probably go through a carton every month and a half.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah,
of work.
like
yeah.
it'll be 2 sittings over every
Yeah.
maybe 2 months.
As
Well,
someone
I
who-
mean, you got to think about it. So when I make deviled eggs, my world famous
Oh,
deviled
yeah.
eggs,
they're pretty good.
I go through
Like
2 dozen eggs.
Yeah.
Fair.
and
Yeah.
that's not including the
So
mayonnaise it takes to make all that.
We're just always gonna have
Deviled eggs, exactly.
Honestly, that's fair.
I just got to nail my mayo recipe.
Mark is like,
down.
hey, it's a deviled egg party. Like,
Go find those. Go
again?
find those neighborhood children. And be like, hey, I got eggs now. Like,
No, they want the
come
chicken-
by.
No, they
I'm-
wanted the chicken.
I know, but like, I'm only selling the eggs, brother.
Sell them as future chickens.
Yeah.
Here-
So
here's
results-
some disappointment in a box.
Results may vary.
went to work that Monday, came home, got our first egg. Went to work Tuesday, worked that full day, and then I was off Wednesday through Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and I was at the fair from Wednesday afternoon until Sunday at about 8 o'clock.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you had
Or
other
no,
people
9
stop and
o'clock.
check on them.
Yeah.
Nick and Caitlin stopped once at
Yep.
least. And
Yep. Yeah, so we did the sandwich fair.
Yeah. How was that? Because you guys sell the drop site sheds.
Yeah, the Amish
Amish
built
made.
drop shit,
Drop shit?
words. Pre-built sheds.
Yes.
It was a little bit slow. We didn't do as well as
I
we've
say you
done
normally
in
it's normally a
previous
pretty good
years.
event for you guys.
I mean,
These Amish built sheds last too long. You gotta
Well,
start getting cheap ones.
there's.
economy.
I'll tell you the story behind all this shit that's been going on lately.
Oh no.
But I mainly my goal for every fair is to
To blow up and act
help
like
me-
I don't know nobody.
get me through Christmas. And
It's your spending money.
it's
Yeah.
my Christmas money and pay my taxes.
Ew, taxes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucked. So
You file as a charity or like a church or something.
you know, I tried to last year. I
The
tried
Church
to
of
file
Chicken.
for farm,
And
and then my
your accountant's like,
CPA was
fucking-
like, "Yeah, don't fucking do that. That's a horrible idea."
You're like, but I want to.
He's like, because after 4 years of a loss, they
They
count it as a hobby. So then you're gonna have to pay 4 years of back taxes. I'm like,
well,
"Mm,
don't lose money
nope."
for 4 years.
Yeah,
Well,
goddamn.
How expensive could buying a coop and a bunch of chickens and feed and changing their bedding? And,
Yeah.
you
I've
know-
only changed their bedding. This is only their second set of
see,
bedding.
that's- You're gonna make money.
Yeah. So
Like
well,
giving eggs and mayonnaise and deviled eggs away.
It's you gotta have free samples.
That's you gotta
You gotta build your
one's
market.
First
free.
one's free, yeah.
Yeah.
I only get half a dozen. Fuck.
Yeah, getting screwed
Yeah,
here.
and I want those cartons back. You
I
fucks.
figured, yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Even though I have way too many of
I'm
them.
gonna burn it.
Okay. I have 3 75-gallon totes full of cartons.
Oh Jesus!
I have a shitload of egg cartons.
You guys eat a lot of eggs.
Yeah.
Did you buy any of those, or just like buy them with the eggs? in
like
them?
3 maybe.
Damn. Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Just ask
So-
people to be like, hey, start saving.
Can I have egg?
Yeah, basically. So
Fair
yeah, it was at the fair for the whole week.
Mhm.
Did our thing there.
Missed the championship RC crawling
Yep.
fucking race.
I
or
found
whatever.
out like Friday night or Saturday morning that they do the state RC like
Car
racing
and truck,
there,
off-road racing, yeah.
and I was like, oh man, that sucks. Wish I would have known about that. I could have gone and watched, but yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
since you're already there.
Yeah. Yeah. Caitlin got to see or not Caitlin. Tori got to see all the cows and everything.
Thrilled, I'm sure.
We went to the poultry barn like 6 times, and we're looking at all the chickens. There's some big
you
ass
bringing
fucking
bringing
chickens.
new ones home?
No, Tori wouldn't let me get any silkies.
You gotta get like one Joe chicken.
I know.
And then it'll like
I'm gonna bring them next year, I think.
yeah. I mean, yours are good looking chickens.
Yeah.
As long as they don't start fighting.
No.
being bitches.
Mine are tame, which is also funny because I found this out the other day.
Okay.
Because I was doing fucking yard work and I was tired already because I haven't
Slept
had
properly. in
I
a
haven't
week.
slept good in like 2 weeks.
Mhm.
I had my dad come over and I gave him the mayo that I made him.
The fake mayonnaise,
Yeah.
double yolk, not
Yep,
real.
Yep.
Doesn't follow
And
the recipe.
my stepmom came over and I found because I showed him, because we have 3 chickens in the coop. Gladys, Gloria, and Linda,
Mhm.
which are all of our grandmothers who have
Sure.
passed in the
Yeah.
past couple of years. So I was like showing my dad. I was like, "Hey, guess what this one is? It's
Mhm. Yeah.
grams."
Right.
So
It's kind of cool.
found out that my stepmother Ruthie is deathly afraid of birds.
Well, drones.
Yeah, so that was a little funny.
That's a little interesting.
While inside the coop, or she wouldn't get
No,
inside the coop? Oh, okay.
I had
Burp,
Gladys pulled out and was
Mhm.
petting her and everything. I also
Gotcha.
found out that Marie Antoinette, which is one of the Black Stars,
Oh.
loves her butt scratched.
I thought you were talking about like the historical.
Yeah, I'm like,
figure.
what,
No, no,
yeah,
no,
what
no,
about
no,
this
no, no.
historical
I'm like,
figure?
no,
I'm
Go
like,
ahead.
all
no,
right, I'm
the
in.
chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like she like puffs her. She puts her head down, like puffs her neck feathers up. It's kind of it's fucking
So
hilarious.
she and Blue are 2 in the same.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Stretches.
they also really started doing this really weird thing. So like if you go to like
Being birds.
just pat them,
Mhm.
they like squat down and they like put their feathers out, and it's funny because you can hear their little feet slap.
They like brace out.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
It's like
I think they're getting crushed.
Yeah,
It's the same things-
it's like a defense mechanism or something.
It's the same thing dogs do when you like step at them real quick. They
Yeah.
like droop down on their front legs and like,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
going on? Are we running? What's going on?
So yeah, that's a chicken update.
Cool. You said you had a couple other pictures. We'll just click through them real quick.
Yeah. Whoa. Dragging your icons around. Some
Eggs.
Egg.
Eggs. 2 eggs.
2 eggs.
True.
Look at the coating on that. Wow.
Wow.
But yeah, we're up to today.
Oh,
Oh,
sandwich
here,
fair.
yeah, here was our layout for the sandwich fair.
Looks
I
very
did all the
nice.
lights.
Wow, you can tell.
Yeah, those poles were a bitch to put together.
Yeah, no, it looks good. You can see all the different variations and door openings.
Yeah.
And
And everything.
did you?
Did
you AI edit out the signs?
No, it's same day. Well, my mom took this picture on an iPhone, so yeah, it's poopy.
That looks wild.
It's just
like-
the backlighting,
Okay.
and those are glossy.
Okay, so maybe the reflection is
Yeah,
like,
it's, yeah.
it looks like you like took the sign, you like AI edit, and you like
Nope.
block all the words.
Nope.
Weird. No, it looks good though. It's a nice
Yeah.
little display. Kind of shows all the stuff kind of nice.
Yep. Yeah,
Oh, they look way better now.
It
Okay.
was a fucking hellscape.
Neat.
It always is. Like, I don't really think of myself as like a very social person.
And having people come up
So
to you all
like
day
going out of your way to talk to people
And sell them something.
and sells. Well,
To sell me
I'm
this
not
pen.
really like that pushy.
Not
I
yet.
just go up to people. I'm like, hey, got any questions about the building? Nope. You're just taking a peek. All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
fair.
now you have a
Feel free to take a look. Guys, got any questions? Just come grab one of
you
us.
got a good baseline, right?
Yeah.
So next year show up blackout and be a people person.
It's
Just
so.
start
I talked to the guys. I brought my drone to the guys who built these things.
You're
They
like-
shit their pants, brother.
You're like yelling at a guy like, you got a Zin over there or what?
Only time I got like really, really chummy with people was people that were seriously interested in chicken coops, which I actually sold a chicken coop.
You give them the deluxe model. You teach them all the stuff they need, or what?
No, but like, I
Yeah.
went through and I was like, here's pictures of mine. Like I did my installation in like 2 weeks by myself. And,
Yeah.
I ran electrical to it by
Yeah,
myself.
if I were you, I would do this and this. If you're not comfortable with that, we could add this to it.
Yeah,
That'll help,
I
you know.
did. They did like that one had the rubber flooring like mine has. I said that has been a fucking lifesaver because my birds
Are
knocked over my
assholes.
fucking water container and it dumped it all out on the ground. But guess what? My floor's not fucked up.
Yeah. And
My
they're not-
wall may be a little bit, but that's easy to fucking
yeah.
replace.
Oh yeah. And at the very least, yeah, the rubber floor it didn't soak through and
Yeah.
ruin the base of
yeah.
it.
So it's like, it's easy.
Yeah.
But,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
So the fair went pretty good. A little slow, but pretty good.
Yeah, it was a little slow. I mean, Saturday, Sunday is always hectic as hell, especially Sunday because everybody's trying to get in and, finally get their quote put in and all their orders and everything.
Yep.
But it was all right. I'm not
Cool.
complaining. It was just, it's a lot. Like, me and Tori got home Sunday and we're like,
Like,
didn't say a word to each other. We both took a shower and then just passed out in bed.
Yeah.
Oh, and what sucked. So, Monday morning or Sunday night, the AC stopped working.
Oh no.
So it was Monday because
Luckily, it was
I got
probably
off work
mildly cool. Or no,
It
during
was.
the day or at night.
at night.
Okay. So it's probably mildly
I
cool.
think it was
but-
Monday. It was Monday night. Monday night, Tori, I
Mm-hmm.
came home from work. Tori's like, the Nest is freaking out about something. So like I checked it out and I, thought, okay, well, the cats get up in
Wire
the
could've gotten pulled or
rafters, something, whatever.
Yeah, the
so I,
thermostat wire's loose.
put a wire tester on it and like I'm getting signal, everything's fine. Okay, I'll like reseat it and try to, start it up in there and whatever. Still didn't work.
Fuck.
So of course I called Matt, my brother-in-law who works at fucking Grazier's.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, all right, take the thermostat off, cross these two wires together and see if it'll
If it'll cycle.
it'll kick the fan on.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, kick the fan on. You know,
Yep.
you hear it start up and it kicks the fan on. He goes, okay, now touch your red and yellow together. That should be your cooling.
Mm-hmm.
Click together. I hear a little pop, which is normal, because
It
the relay, the low voltage to high voltage relay has got to click and
It
it takes a
flips
second
on and-
for everything.
Yep.
I'm sitting there and I'm sitting there. Nothing's happening. Now, mind you, the outside of our bathroom window is right by the condenser. So like I twisted them together real fast, and I had my
Go there
head
to
poked
kinda
out
Listen and look.
because I took the screen out, and I just had my head poked out. I'm like, God damn it! Like it's still not going. So I'm looking downstairs, blew the fuse.
Oh, okay.
So I know
That the motor.
high voltage is getting onto the low voltage side of the condenser.
Sure.
So it's
So something
shorting
shorted
the fuse
inside
out
the motor.
downstairs.
Yep.
So I just kind of gave up because there was nothing I could fucking do that night.
No.
And then funny enough, the neighbor across the street texted Tori. It was like, hey, are all your cats inside? Tori's like, yeah, why? She's like, oh, well, there's a cat like on your front door, like trying to get in the fucking house.
Because you took the screen out,
I took the screen out,
and one of your little assholes.
and Olive jumped out the fucking window,
And
got
immediate-
scared, and ran immediately to the front door and started pawing
my
at the
God.
screen door. So I
Immediately
opened the
regret.
front door, opened the screen door, and she's just like, huh, what? And runs downstairs. I was like, oh,
Like,
was
oh,
it scary outside?
You're so tough till it's outside and it's dark out there.
So yeah, I got Matt came over yesterday and finally got the AC
Got it
fixed.
running.
It took a brand new contactor and a brand new capacitor.
Capacitor. Yeah, that's usually pretty. The
Well,
capacitor is usually the thing to go.
it's a carrier. They're kind of known for bad contactors and bad capacitors.
Fair.
So.
But at least it was an easy enough fix.
Yep. Cost me a case of beer.
That's a good fix then.
So
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Since you were gone last week, do you have any thoughts on Nick's wedding? Any moments that we might have not anything like that you would have thought to cover that we probably didn't? Other than it was
I'm
just-
like halfway through that part of listening because I
Okay.
started listening on
yeah,
my way
yep.
here.
I wasn't sure how far you gotten or not.
Let's see. I was fucking hammered.
Allegedly.
Like we sat down for supper, and Tori's like, "Oh, you should drink water," and I like took another sip of my drink, and I was like, "I need to eat something." She's like, "Yeah,
Yeah, that's
you
what-
should stop fucking drinking."
You're like, well, nobody likes a quitter.
So, yeah, I was hammered. It was a good time.
It was a good time.
Helped clean up. I totally didn't cry at all.
That's
I didn't cry. I maybe teared up a little bit, but
yeah.
It was a
but
good time.
It was a very good time.
yeah.
Okay.
And it was nice, simple, short. It was perfect for
It was
them.
exactly what they needed.
Yep.
A nice, clean, simple welding.
Yep.
Welding.
Welding.
Sorry. Long day.
Other W word.
Yeah.
I use one of those way more often.
Fair.
But yeah, no, I think it was perfect for them.
Awesome. That's what we all thought too.
Mm-hmm. And I did my best during the fucking music.
It was the cue was not there. I was expecting the announcer to kind of point at you, and it kind of just didn't for a second. I'm like, is this the right
Look,
spot?
I was 2 and 3/4 drinks in, and Nick was like, "Hey, could you run the music for our wedding?" And I was like, "Are you sure you want me to do that?" He's like, "Yeah, you can do it." I'm like, "All righty."
glad it was you and not me, because I would have missed the sign too.
Oh, I at that point I started to sober up a little bit. I'm like, all right, focus.
Gotta lock in.
You two half brain cells figured it out.
Yes.
You guys merged
It was
into
all right.
one.
It was
It,
good.
it worked good. But,
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you had any thoughts that we'd missed, but all right. Sounds like we're on the same page. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.